gets his scalp. K-State's run. He's going to break.
And a chance with just 73 yards to smash the all-time career mark. And KU on the ground. Kickoff in Manhattan. Coming up next. And Doug.
Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have to stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Meet the traveling trio, each helping to protect their money with Chase. Tools that help protect. Alerts that help check. One bank that puts you in control. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
What are you doing? Living the Dolce Vita. That sounds good.
Lavazza Dolce Vita, also available in K-Cup pods.
That is good.
When you want bedtime to be a good time,
That's your heart.
it matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton.
So as you can see, you guys,
At Domino's, we're all about
and
cheese.
well,
From
I
our
am,
melty oven-baked
I am
sausages
going to be live
to our
streaming
new
the
fried cheese mac and
KU
cheese.
game, the K-State game on
And for a
my
limited time, Domino's
computer.
Rewards
I
offers new mac and cheese for half points. This is your
just
sign.
enjoy it,
Dinner at
everybody.
Cracker Barrel and dig into an irresistible shepherd's pie with crispy hash brown casserole on top. Or make your hash brown casserole a little more breakfasty. So get the crew together and come on in.
Well, it's called the Sunflower Showdown. It is the 122nd meeting between KU and Kansas State. Wildcats have been dominant as of late. The last win by Kansas, the Jayhawks, it was Mark Mangino. In 2008, K-State's won 15 in a row since. Last season, it was a nail-biter. Lance Leipold told us this week they let one slip away, blowing a double-digit advantage in the second half. 31-27 was the final. Let's see what happens just 1 year later. KU and Kansas State, you would think it's a rivalry. There's a lot of hatred, but Taylor Davis, there's also a lot of respect between these programs.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. This is a heated year-round rivalry. This environment will tell you that. But as for these head coaches, nothing but respect. Coach Lyman and Coach Leipold got here in similar ways, climbing the ranks through D3 and FCS football. And both of them greeted midfield before the game. They said they speak weekly. Obviously, both looking for a win in this rivalry game, but a lot of respect. The animosity stays up in the stands, guys.
No question about it. Kansas State won the coin toss and deferred. Kansas will get the football first after the touchback. Take a look at tonight's Impact Players, brought to you by Carfax.
One of them is a name that we've already heard. It's running back Devin Neal from Kansas. He has great acceleration, great contact balance, and really good vision. On the other side is going to be DJ Giddens, the other back. He's a bigger back, 6'1", over 210 pounds, but he has great quickness and can make you miss in a hole. And so these backs are going to be what makes both of these teams go.
Injured player. Before we get to our first snap from scrimmage. And on the special teams. Issa Newsom walking off gingerly. Mainstay in that Kansas State defense. As KU takes over, a capacity crowd on hand at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. And it has been very loud going back as far as 2 hours ago. Jalen Daniels coming off his best performance of the season in a convincing win against Houston a week ago at Arrowhead. He'll call his own number on first down, twisting and turning, and a gain of 3, maybe 4 for the Jayhawks. Kansas just 2-5. They've been ranked in the top 25 going back to the preseason. Acho, the story of the year in Lawrence has been close losses late in games, and they probably feel like they should have won.
Well, 4 of their 5 losses are by 1 score, and they were leading late in all of those games going into the fourth quarter. So the word for Kansas is finish.
Devin Neal, the running back. Daniels throws it. The quick strike to Lawrence Arnold. He's stopped after a gain of 4. It'll be third down. Desmond Purnell for the tackle. Third and short for the Jayhawks.
Some of the issues that you run into when you're a visiting team in a crowd like this is trying to quiet the crowd. It's third and short right now, but an early first down helps calm a loud crowd.
Jayhawks need 2. They were going to run the option into the boundary, and the noise already making a difference.
Play with a snap. False start. Offense number 47. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Mike McCabe, our referee, you mentioned they want to quiet the crowd. Didn't happen there.
Well, the other side of it, the defense loves this atmosphere. You force a false start early. You're at home, haven't been at home in a month. The entire student section is going crazy. You love these opportunities. Third and long, third and 7. It's time for the defense to eat.
KU needs 7. Daniels, flush to the edge. Right at the line to gain as he steps out of bounds. That'll move the chains. Well, a crafty finish by Jalen Daniels as the pocket collapsed.
Well, this happens sometimes.
Yeah, Jalen
as an
Daniels.
offensive player, you just out from the angle of the defender. So Desmond Purnell, number 32, he's spying the quarterback. He has a great angle, but all of a sudden, Jalen Daniels outruns his angle. That's just called being a better athlete than the person who you're going against.
Two minutes in and a first down for the Jayhawks. Devin Neal rumbles across the 40. And a gain of 5 on first down. That's exactly what Jeff Grimes, the new OC for Kansas, wants to see. Production on the early down.
And expect not just that production, but expect Kansas to go back to that speed option look. I know they didn't run it. It was a penalty, but that's a staple of their offense. They want Jalen Daniels in space against some of the linebackers and potential safeties and give him the option to pitch the ball to Devin Neal.
Neal has never beaten Kansas State. This is his last opportunity to do so. Lockwood goes in motion. Neal, the running back, they'll give it to him with the inside handoff. And a 1-yard gain makes it third down. B.J. Payne, the tackle.
B.J. Payne is a safety, but he's 6'3", 211. So he's a bigger human being, but I love how quickly he came out of that hole. The reason that matters is now it's not a 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2. That tackle at the line of scrimmage forced you to a 3rd and 4. But Kansas, unlike a lot of teams, they love to run it on 3rd and 6 or less. And so don't be surprised if Kansas decides to run the route.
Jared Casey joins Daniels and Neal in the backfield on 3rd down. Into the flats, Neal had to make one man miss. He'll do so in a little bit more. Did the ball pop out? K-State players signaling Jordan Riley involved in the tackle. A commotion at the end of that run. It's a first down for Kansas. And a gain of 7 on 3rd and 4.
Well, that was a beautiful play by Jordan Riley pulling the ball out. And I get it. The ball, number one, I think the ball did come out, but Devin Neal recovered it. But what this tells me is that the defense is hunting. They are hunting for the football. So ball security is going to be major in this game.
Neal off the playing surface and wincing for a moment. Morrison checks in at running back. Daniels going to be flushed again. Now delivers on the move. Incomplete. Luke Grimm is trying to break open. And the coverage was there with Siegel. The big pick six a week ago. Road win at West Virginia. An impressive win for K-State.
And he finally got his feet under Jalen Daniels did. We've seen the first 6 or so, 5 games, a lot of overthrows. We didn't see him playing so well. Now we're looking at Devin Neal potentially going to the locker room.
Savion Morrison remains on the field at running back. Grimm will move in motion. Daniels keeps it, option in the boundary again, and Daniels powers his way for another first down for KU, a gain of 11. Travis Bates stopped up, and Kansas on the move on its first possession.
What makes the speed option play so hard to defend is that there's, number one, there's 3 different options. He could have given it, he could have kept it and pitched it. But number 2, Jalen Daniels is going in space, and he's already a supreme athlete. So now as a defender, you're trying to decide, do I slow play the quarterback? Do I go straight out to the pitch? So he makes that decision very difficult if you don't go and attack it right now.
Neal remains on the sideline. Morrison has just 52 rush yards all season. Through the A-gap, a late burst and a gain of 2. Lance Leipold said this week, we have to be enthusiastic on the road, not emotional. We know the crowd's going to be in it. We've got to find a way to start fast. They've done that up to this point.
Well, they have, and their offense has been extremely effective, but they've turned the ball over late in the first half specifically. They're great in the red zone, but when it comes to turnovers, they've really, really struggled. So that emotion and the excitement is important. You have to make sure you control the football.
10th play of the drive. Daniels with a clean pocket. Fires one deep, man-to-man coverage. Incomplete. Keenan Garber deep down the field and handled Luke Grimm on a 50-50 ball and a tough play either way.
That's the second deep shot that we've seen from Jalen Daniels. The second shot that he's had that it's been covered. That tells me is that Jalen Daniels is trusting his receivers. That's positive for Kansas, but also could be great for K-State because these DBs are going to say they'll throw it up to us. All we have to do is catch it.
Jayhawks perfect on 3rd down tonight. They need 8. It was effective on the ground early. The handoff to the edge and a first down and a lot more. There goes Morrison into the red zone. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Kansas.
Woo-hoo!
From
Woo-hoo!
the effort, the air.
Yeah! Woo!
People talk often about the next man up.
6 point for the Kansas Jayhawks!
The next man
Woo-hoo!
up the opportunity to not only get in the end zone, but do it when the guy in front of you is injured. Breaking tackles, finding the end zone.
Tabor Allen on for the point after. An opening statement on the first drive of the night. From
Woo!
Lawrence, some 85 miles away, due east on Interstate 70. No problem with a start. Say with me, Savion Morrison, Acho.
Savion Morrison takes the opportunity, breaks the tackle.
Number
breaks the defender,
28!
finds the end zone.
Woo-hoo!
So what are you working on?
Something for the Garcias. Right there's great.
Love you, honey.
Thanks, Mom.
We've got 24 hours to get all of this under control. Then you're gonna need these.
Hey everyone, Hutchinson, Kansas Real Fan Productions here, Beacon Alley, and yet I am bringing you all the live stream alley. I am bringing you all the game live here on YouTube alley. That was a very good shot. I mean, number 28. I mean, very, very awesome outlay. I mean, very cool outlay, and I was so freaking excited, Allie. So
It's okay. Get on the next one.
Pressure's getting to him.
Maybe we should change it up.
Now I got it.
Keenum, get loose.
There we go. Daddy's got this.
Hey, you got us this far. Keenum's gonna finish the drive.
You got it.
If only there were backups in real life, but at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
I mean,
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6.
I mean that is just amazing, Allie.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Goldie. I'm looking for those reports from yesterday.
They're in your desk, right?
Of course they are.
Easily isolate phone calls to the driver's seat in the all-new 3-row Infiniti QX80.
So
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy.
I mean that was a very good shot. I mean everything was
How bad do you want to hold it?
amazing and everything. So
Press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
So hopefully you guys are enjoying the game like I am, and make sure you are wearing your KU shirt tonight, and
This is the SEC on ABC.
no.
This is how it's done.
All right.
You're watching the Big 12 Conference on ESPN. Look at Aggieville here, Manhattan. Kansas State trailing KU. One possession so far, and the Jayhawks took 6 minutes off the clock. Lemon played 75 yards. Savion Morrison, transfer from Nebraska, reaching the end zone from 38 yards out, his second score of the season. And with the touchback, we saw Devin Neal walk off the playing surface moments ago. We mentioned his ability and chances to break the all-time rushing record at Kansas, and clearly not happy after being banged up early.
And that play may have seemed like it came on when the defender was trying to rip that ball out. But Devin Neal is a tough individual. He wanted to come back not just for this game, but for this season. And so hopefully we'll be able to come back and finish strong.
The ultra smooth Avery Johnson on the field, career start number 9. The talented sophomore coming off a career high in passing yards a week ago. Road win in Morgantown. He'll throw it on first down. He wants to, and the dump off to his tight end, and they've got plenty of weapons. That's Will Swanson. They're bringing the tight end back in 2024, Acho.
You know, impact players. I was going to have all the tight ends. Like the tight end room was going to be my impact players. I don't know if I had enough space on that. But these tight ends are building an immense amount of trust with their quarterback. It's almost like they are his safety valve. And so I want to see Avery Johnson throw it outside, but also expect him to get the ball inside to the trusted tight ends as well.
298 passing yards last week. No rushing yards. That was by design. And off a physical game, a win, and a comeback at Colorado. DJ Giddens picks up a first down. Stopped at the 38, a gain of 5 by Cornell Wheeler. The drive begins for the Cats. Only halfway home, an entertaining start to the Sunflower Showdown. And Avery Johnson, we talked with him yesterday extensively. To suggest he's calm, cool, collected, all of those different adjectives would be an understatement. He's got the low heartbeat even when he's under a lot of stress.
Peace. Like, that's the only word that I felt when I was around him. You just feel the sense of peace.
He'll step up in the pocket. He'll take off. Runs ahead of the 44. 6-yard gain. Robinson the tackle for the Jayhawks.
One thing I'll be watching for, we heard from the coaching staff from K-State, is Avery Johnson has gotten better at going through his progressions. That's a sign of maturity. On that first pass, you saw him go through his progressions. So let's see, as the pocket breaks down, as the pass rush goes in the backfield, will Avery Johnson tuck it and run? Will he stay in the pocket and go through his progressions? to really get sacked.
The offensive coordinator here in Manhattan this season, Connor Riley. Matt Wells also a part of that mix. He's the co-offensive coordinator. Former head man at Texas Tech and Utah State. Giddens will pick up the first down to midfield. But you mentioned going through the progressions. Avery told us as well that really has started to slow down for him. After the game began so fast a year ago when he came off the bench to replace Will Howard, who's now at Ohio State. And now in his sophomore campaign, going 1, 2, 3, or 4 has been relatively easy so far. The Cats on the ground have been electric. And he's been a big part of that until a week ago. Play action, Johnson back to the air. Out of bounds, looking for Chase Brown.
Avery Johnson, to your point about the progressions, he's always been the best athlete on the field. In high school, where he grew up in Mays, he was the best best player in his high school, best player on the field. And now as you're getting to this collegiate ranks, you may not always be the best athlete. And even if you are, you want to be able to beat people multiple ways. So that's where he's growing as the season has progressed.
Second and 10. DJ Giddens bottled up. They lost half a yard. DJ Withers was there. Kansas ready and waiting with J.B. Brown.
It's a great play by Withers using his hands. He's 6'4", 310, redshirt junior from Little Rock, Arkansas. But now we're in a 3rd and 10 position. What that means is obvious pass rushers are going to come on the field, going to get into nickel, so get less linebackers and more defensive backs on the field. Avery Johnson may have to throw it.
And fake it to Giddens, a pump fake for Johnson, and he wants it all. Man-to-man coverage. And Keegan Johnson was blanketed by Kobe Bryant. Number 2 and white for the Jayhawks, coming off 3 interceptions in one game last week in the win against Houston.
Correct. He's the reigning Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. And he's named Kobe Bryant for a reason. His parents named him Kobe because they said he was going to have that Mamba mentality, and that's what he's been. Now, he doesn't get his head turned back around, but there's not enough contact there for that to be considered a pass interference.
Right, rode him out of bounds. Outstanding play. KU secondary once again. Trevor Wilson. The fair catch at the 10 on a 42. Nothing on the return. Kansas gets it back. The 7-0 lead on the road.
All right, Tina, turn to these. Okay, not soccer, but yes. We honeymooned here. Yes. They help give you one.
All right, everyone. Well,
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy. For savings and service, get more with Geico.
so remember why I am bringing you all the KU game or the K-State game because it is very nice to do outly and I might do that I might do it as well to the basketball games as well. when KU get ready to play outly for the basketball season outly and besides it is football season right now outly. So KU definitely gonna win outly tonight. I hope they win.
I got a few plays left. How about you? Still got it.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors.
So,
Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
should have bought Dixie. These weak store brand plates are risky business.
Next time, get Dixie Ultra Plate. 3 times stronger than the leading store brand. Dixie, make it right.
At Domino's, we're all about cheesy. So you know we had to make our new 5-cheese mac and cheese the crave-worthiest, cheesiest pasta possible. Just like all of our mouth-watering oven-baked pastas. But try one for yourself, including our new 5-cheese mac and cheese next time you order at Domino's.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Geico. Get more with Geico. Well, it's the first home game in 28 days in Manhattan, so the fans, well, you can feel it flying in yesterday to Manhattan. They've been ready for this game for quite some period of time as Devin Neal makes his return to the playing surface. Sam Ochoa, Philpott, Taylor Davis. And important to point out, Savion Morrison, the third-team running back behind Daniel Highshaw Jr., who's not expected to play tonight. And a good sign if you're a fan, Rock Chalk with Devin Neal on the playing surface again. The Verge have some history of Kansas football. Casey moves in motion out of the pistol look. Daniels will keep it. Flushed out, he'll deliver it out of bounds and incomplete. Time now for our drive recap, presented by Rain-X. 11 plays, 75 yards in just over 6 minutes. It was the Jalen Daniels show.
Well, first we saw Jalen Daniels erase an angle. There was an angle, then it just disappeared. And then Devin Neal, he gets injured. So what's going to happen? Who are you going to go to? You go to your third-team running back, Savion Morrison. The 6'2", 215 running back, redshirt junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, finds the end zone to give his team the early lead.
And for the incompletion, second down, Daniels from his own goal line. Jared Casey with a spin move and ahead to the 20. It's enough for a first down and a gain of 11 yards. Taylor Davis, what did we see with Devin Neal going into the locker room, then coming back out?
Yeah, he spent some time in the medical tent. He was clearly favoring that right arm, right shoulder. They then took him to the locker room. He came back out, jogged onto the field. Guys, you will notice he's wearing a pretty big brace on that right shoulder. It's sticking out from under his pads, but he ran out with the trainer, grabbed his helmet. I saw several teammates give him a thumbs up, thumbs down. He said, oh yeah, I'm good.
He's ready. He knows this is it. He's never beaten Kansas State. The time is now. Straight ahead goes Neal in a full head of steam. Slammed down to the 36, and here comes a penalty marker. After a gain of 15 yards, Jacob Parrish with the tackle. Let's see.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 10. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It was Parrish called for the personal foul.
And one thing that Devin Neal is so elite at is his vision. He'll set up safeties and linebackers from 3 and 4 yards away. Yes, the hole was wide, but as you're watching this game, watch Devin Neal set people up 3 and 4 yards away.
Body slam with the face mask, Gacho. That doesn't feel good.
He found that action.
Perfect start for KU. Movement at the line, no penalty marker comes in. Inside handoff, no gain on the play. Devin Neal remains on the field. Purnell chopped him down. Chris Kleiman told us this is the best 2-5 team in America. We know it. Daniels gonna heave one deep. Get him in!
Woo-hoo!
Quentin Skinner. Sam, you gotta make that play in a rivalry game.
That was a perfect pass, a little handoff by Jalen Daniels, and Quentin Skinner he simply drops it. And now you might say, okay, this just happens, but there have been a couple drops this season, plays that Quentin Skinner can definitely make, but the focus wasn't in there. There have been drops. You've seen a couple of fumbles. So expect Kansas to go back to this deep post, but Quentin Skinner's got to be able to make that play in a game like this.
Never mind.
Third down for Daniels. He'll check it down to Neal. Into Kansas State territory. Stopped at the 45. Jacob Parrish has been all over the field on this possession. He got the tackle. And on fourth down, Lance Leipold will send the punt team on.
Yeah, I've got to go back to that play. So the reason that play matters so much, the drop, is that Jalen Daniels has been relatively inaccurate for the majority of the season. Well, last week he had his best passing game, and this week he's getting more accurate. So when your quarterback hasn't played well, and now he's playing well, you got to be there for him.
And completing 57% of his passes this year. He's found his rhythm really the last 6 quarters. Looking at this game tonight. Damon Greaves sends it to Dylan Edwards. A fair catch of the 5 and a punt of 41 yards. Kansas State gets it back trailing 7-0 in Manhattan after this.
This time is different.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Not so fast. The general's coming with you. Mom, he gave us a break on our car insurance, and he'll look after you too.
Yep, with flexible payment options.
Okay, but why is Shaq coming too?
To show you how it's done. For a great low rate, go with the General.
What are you doing?
Living the Dolce Vita.
Of course you are. What's he doing?
Same.
And what's that doing?
Coffee.
That sounds good.
Enjoy the intense flavor of Lavazza Dolce Vita, also available in K-Cup pods.
Watch your back. See?
Trick or treat.
You? Really?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
It's Halloween. Trick giant candies.
You have a point.
Run for your lives!
He's a little dramatic.
Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks Vapor Stick. And try new Vapor Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors.
Chase really knows how to put the heart in your local community. See what I did there? Hey, Jackie. Evan, my guy. You helping him sing this, right? I wish I had somebody like Evan when I started. Somebody just got their first debit card. Ice cream on you? Oh, tacos. I got you. Wait, hold on. Don't you owe me money? What? Your money is a part of your community, so your bank should be too. Like Chase.
Being a lifestyle guard means helping people live their best day in the sun. I deliver high noon cans to empty hands. If the ball goes long, I go longer. Sorry about your shrub. I know. Sun's up.
Transform your home with Climate Shield Home Exteriors. Our expert team specializes in high-quality window installations, patio doors, and durable vinyl siding. From energy-efficient windows to stylish weather-resistant siding, we've got you covered. Watch your home come to life as we deliver craftsmanship you can trust, backed by local service and care. Ready for a stunning upgrade? Call Climate Shield Home Exteriors today for your free consultation. Quality you can feel, service you can trust. Let us shield your home from the elements.
Why did I become a lifestyle guard? To help people live their best day in the sun. And to deliver high noon when the best part has no chance of finding you. Here's your ball. I know. Sun's up.
Sunflower Showdown, 7-0 Kansas, leading number 16 Kansas State. Take a look at the Taco Bell Live My student section. All season long, student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live My student section of the year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. They were here about 2 hours before kickoff. As soon as the gates opened, they have been loud and they've been involved. Avery Johnson back on the field. DJ Ginn stacked up at the line. No gain on the play. O.J. Burrows. Kansas defensive front has been up to the challenge thus far.
The defense has been solid all season long. It's been the offense that have had their struggles. But I love how aggressive that this defense has been so far.
Kansas State offense, 6-point 2 yards per carry. They're nationally with that number. They have found ways. DJ Giddens and Avery Johnson, both in the backfield, have found ways all year long. Only lost to BYU. Keegan Johnson on the comeback. Gain of 6. 3rd down.
Third medium is what we call this. 3rd, 4, 3rd, 5. And so what happens here is, okay, you can definitely run it, so the whole playbook is still open. But Avery Johnson could have an option to use his legs if it is a pass play and that pass play isn't open. That's the benefit of having an athletic quarterback.
Kobe Bryant stepped off the playing surface. Helmet came off to set a play. A lot of 13 personnel out of Kansas State the last couple of weeks. 3 tight ends on the field in that jumbo set. Giddens out of the backfield. The soft hands on display. Macho, he can run it, he can catch it. He's put up huge numbers. He'll push the pile across the 25.
One of the things that TJ Giddens has worked on in this offseason has been his hands. There have been some drops that you've seen. He's gotten better and better as a receiving running back. That's going to help him at the next level.
Gain of 15 on 3rd down. Giddens. We're back up to Deuce Vaughn in 2022. Kansas State has had some great offensive talent over the years. You go all the way back to Michael Bishop in the 80s. Alan Klein, the offensive coordinator at Texas A&M. Johnson will keep it. And along the far side, a 1st down. Stopped at the 40. 14 more yards. The Kansas State ground game taking over.
Just glides. Avery Johnson is a smooth runner. He's fast. He's athletic, but he's gliding, setting up O.J. Burrows in the open field. Wasn't running full speed, didn't have to. Didn't need to turn it on just yet.
Dylan Edwards checks in at running back. Transfer from Colorado. He's the talk of the college football universe early last season. He scored 4 touchdowns against TCU. Fake it to Edwards, and the tunnel screen sails out of bounds. Jaden Jackson. Call that a forward pass, so it's incomplete.
That's just the excitement. That's just the, you feel the energy. It's a rivalry game, so all you have to do is get his feet set. He'll be fine. 2nd and 10.
This Kleiman, what a great job he's done building this program. 45 wins in 6 seasons. Talk to folks close Kansas State football in Manhattan. There's an undercurrent of this could be his best team, and that's saying something. The loss against BYU, and we've got some interesting games down the stretch, including here tonight. And the swing pass, looking for Edwards. Johnson was high with that delivery.
The end of the 3rd quarter.
You're still seeing that excitement, that juice, and Avery Johnson's a calm individual. All he has to do is calm himself down a little bit, and that ball will be on target.
This season on Metro's Nadiata Island, castmates are thrilled that at Metro, new and existing customers are finally being treated the same with Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, our best deals when you stay. Only at Metro.
I wasn't born yesterday. That's why my car wears Coopers.
Because I'm hauling precious cargo. Because my daughter's a storm chaser. So yeah, my car wears Coopers. Coopers.
With wet AMD, I worry I'm not only losing my sight, but my time to enjoy it. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, so I can do more of what I love. Vabysmo works differently. It's the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause an eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. Severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye can occur. Most common eye side effects were cataract and broken blood vessels.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's,
Sweetie, get out of the pool.
it matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
Feeling from a backed up gut? Miralax works naturally with the water in your body to help you go. For your gut, and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try Mira Fiber Gummies.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza when you need it most. There you go. Thank you. You're welcome. Enjoy.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. Check it out.
The old Fumble Rooski. Or you can bundle home and auto and save money. The old Bundle Rooski.
Ooh, that's a better play.
Plus, it's more fun to say. Bundle Rooski.
Yeah.
Bundle Rooski. Bundle Rooski. Bundle Rooski. Bundle Rooski do. Try it.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that.
Bundle and save with a personal price plan.
He can, though.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Manhattan, Kansas, with a 7-0 lead over K-State. Coach Leipold joins me now. Coach, an early touchdown from Savion Morrison. How has your team set the tone early?
Well, it was great to see Savion get in and give us a little spark. We're down Daniel Highshaw this week, and Savion's first extended playing time came up with a great run, great effort there. I thought Jalen did a nice job of keeping plays alive in the first quarter, but we got a long way to go and need to tackle a little better here in the second quarter.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Look at the burst by Edwards and a first down run into KU territory. Gain of 11 for the Colorado transfer. That's what you love about him, his explosiveness.
And how electric he is. Dylan Edwards is an electric running back. That's what he wants to be known for. He grew up watching guys like Deuce Vaughn, and those are guys who he respects. So when he gets the ball, expect excitement.
Kansas native from Derby High School, transferred from Colorado. Only 5'8", $167, if that. Get another touch, pop pass, and upended Cordell Wheeler. Now, Wheeler, one of the leaders of this KU defense, for the Alphas and a vocal defender. Head coach Lance Leipold, an ability marker comes out. Okay, awaiting his official indication.
Personal foul. Targeting. Defense, number 45. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down. Previous play is under replay review.
Indicated that was Dean Miller, number 45. Booth will take a look. It was a collaborative replay effort in the Big 12 going down to Dallas with our replay official, Richard Brown, here in Manhattan. Sam?
So what you're looking for is, when they call targeting, you're looking, okay, is it a defenseless player? And then that full contact to the head or neck area. Question here is,
7:46.
is that contact forcible? You see, Dylan Edwards is going down. It's not crown of the helmet. But the question that has to be answered is there forcible contact to the head or neck area? In my opinion, that contact wasn't forcible, but it is up for negotiation.
Well, it enters a level of subjectivity when you start considering the forcible contact. The crown of the helmet, of course, you're looking at the very top of that helmet as you skin downwards.
There's no targeting on the plane. Number 45 making to participate in the game.
So they'll reverse the call. No targeting. And in your mind, you watch that replay, the forcible contact. It wasn't vicious in nature upon review.
Correct, and that's the right call. If you're talking about the crown of the helmet, it definitely wasn't that. The crown is the very top of that 6-inch radius, so it wasn't that. What they were looking at was, is there forcible contact? Not the crown of the helmet, forcible contact to the head or neck area, and that was deemed not forcible, so Dean Miller gets to stay in.
Dylan Edwards on the sideline for the time being. After a gain of 1, it'll be second down. DJ Giddens, the running back. Avery Johnson wants to throw it. The comeback route is there again. This tight end, Ancio. So we've seen Will Ancio, Will Swanson both connect with the sophomore quarterback. That's a gain of 5. It'll be third down.
And these passes are fine. They're great. They're short and they're easy. But sooner or later, the defense is going to start to jump those routes. And those are going to be the opportunities where you will be able to take the top off of a defense. Defense says, oh, throw it 3 yards, 4 yards. That's fine. I'll do that all day. So it's got to be a little more downfield. Not now, but as the game goes on.
On the jet sweep, Edwards searching for the line to gain, and he got there. Tackled by Brown. That's a chain mover.
We've seen this slow and steady pace. That's a nice play by Edwards on this, essentially this stretch play to the outside. We're seeing this slow and steady pace, which is what Kansas State wants to be. That's who they are, and that's their identity. That pace works when it's a 7-0 game, but that's why it's important for a score to happen here.
11th play of the possession coming up. Play action. Johnson across the middle. It's caught again. Egan Johnson stopped at the 25, a 13-yard pickup, and another first down.
Keegan Johnson, 6 foot, 206-pound junior from Bellevue, Nebraska, transfer from Iowa. He's just providing an open space for his quarterback to get in the ball. Now, it's zone coverage, so he's going to just sit down in that spot. And just notice how easy some of these throws are for Avery Johnson. Notice how calm he is in the pocket.
Johnson on the sidelines, wincing in pain. His father played football at Nebraska. So Keegan get a breather. We'll check on his status. Giddens in the backfield. And a touch into a mass of humanity. 1-yard gain. Hello, Dotson was there. Didn't stop dead in his tracks.
I've been impressed so far, Roy, by this Kansas Jayhawks defense. They're not letting anything get over their heads.
It's physical.
They're physical. They're tackling in space. I know Lance Lockwood said they need to tackle better, but DJ Giddens hasn't gotten loose yet. And one thing he does a great job of is making people miss. So right now there's no space to make people miss. Great job so far by the Jayhawks.
Okay.
His ability with the jump cut. It's been outstanding. Johnson buys some time. There's the tight end again. Rumbling towards the end zone. And the touchdown.
Woo! Oh, crap. Kate, they got a point. Oh, yeah. Right. I'm gonna fucking get you.
It's been Will Swanson, Will Ancio. The 9th different time this season a Kansas State tight end has found a touchdown pass. We told Connor Riley yesterday, I said, Coach, you're making tight ends sexy again. He said, no, we're not. They're pretty.
This is a gritty group. through. Led by Will Ancial. Born in Overland Park, Kansas, the Wichita area. Wants to be an orthopedic surgeon. Right now, he's doing surgery on the
Why are you texting me? Who even talks anymore? Oh yeah? Who even parks anymore? What? Reverse! Reverse! He does. Come on! Boomer! Sooner! Please? Should we help him? Nah. Just a little nibble? Come on.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, they even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy won't be standing the test of time. He's melting. Oh, jeez. No. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
Refresh your senses with a wave of tropical lime flavor. Mountain Dew Baja Blast in stores now.
Oh, it's better than one Papa John's pizza, two Papa John's pizza for only $6.99 each.
Only at Papa John's, bundle 2 or more Papa Pairings menu items for $6.99 each. Get your favorites for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some Papa John's.
Something about the Celtics and the Pacers that is unbelievable.
Sweet move, Countess Alexander, denied by Wemby.
This time, it's different. Winston.
This is it's 53 degrees outside.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. Well, we would like to invite you to come by and sample our 20 plus flavors and counting to find your favorite. And then you'll understand why we always say we're so much more than just tea.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guac. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
4 minutes into the second quarter, tied at 7 in the Sunflower Showdown. College football primetime presented by Geico. That was the longest touchdown drive of the season this year for Kansas State. Acho, 6.5 minutes, but the 95 yards in 13 plays. An impressive response for Avery Johnson and company. And stepping out at the 1, you cannot do that. KU will take over at the 1 yard line. Jamil Croft Jr. What's another costly mistake for the Jayhawks?
And a horrible decision. There's really no way around it. You catch that ball, you just can't do that, right? I get it if you're thinking, okay, let me get 1 foot out of bounds and then it'll be
out of bounds. Kicking team. Receiving team is elected to take the ball from 35-yard line.
With the foot out of bounds as he caught the football, that means it's an infraction on the kicking team.
But was his foot out of bounds when he caught it? That's what I want to see, right? You'll see players intentionally step 1 foot out of bounds and then touch the ball. That will be illegal.
Restore the game clock to 11:09.
Was his foot out of bounds? Looks like the inside foot was in first, and then the ball went out of bounds. So that should definitely be reviewed, because if that outside foot is out and he establishes out of bounds, then it'll be out of bounds. I don't know if he was out of bounds first.
Call on the field benefits Kansas. And with the kick sailing out of bounds, they'll have it at the 35. And now,
Really on the field is a free kick out of bounds. The previous play is under replay review.
So this feels to me, Roy, you know, you walk in NFL football, they got the challenge flag. Like, I know we don't have that, but that play is a play that needs to be challenged. Throw the red flag and challenge it. But to me, Looked like that foot was inbounds first and then out at the one.
During this review, let's get you back to the studio. Good evening, Kevin Connors.
Good evening, Roy. While the referee's got an eye on that monitor there, AT&T is keeping fans connected with our multi-view. Garrett Nussmeier's got a TD pass. Le'Veon Moss a touchdown run over on ABC. It looks like something just happened there. And the LSU Texas A&M game, an Aaron Anderson touchdown. Miami's got a pair of TD runs. They lead Florida State early in the third quarter. And SMU Duke, big one in the ACC, even at 7 apiece. Roy?
KC, thank you. Entertaining games around the country here at the Sunflower Showdown. Not lacking for drama. The question is there indisputable video evidence to overturn the call on the field that there was a foot out of bounds as he corralled the kickoff? And that would be my question for you.
Well, I can't answer if there's indisputable video evidence. From what I saw, it was indisputable. But there may be different angles that the referees do or do not see. For me, I see that left foot inbounds, ball in possession, and then the right foot going out of bounds. But to your point, it has to be indisputable. That right foot, from the angles I can't see, I can't tell if that right toe is down. It looks to me, from my eyes, that it's left first. And that, to me, says out of bounds inside the 1 yard line.
The official right by the pylon. He's got the best angle in the house. And he indicated that that was a catch out of bounds, which means that it is kickoff going out of bounds. You can't have that happen, even right there at the 1 yard line. And that's an infraction on the kicking team. It's bang, bang, and it is very close. The original call is critical here.
Some of these angles, to me, Roy, say they're checking possession, they're checking feet. To me, it looks like there is possession, then it looks like a left foot inbounds before the right foot out of bounds. If they would have come down at the same time, right foot out is out of bounds, that's a kickoff out of bounds. But to me, it looks like it's left first.
It's a huge call either way. Either Kansas has it inside its own 1, or it moves out to the 35, right after Kansas State just scored the tying touchdown. And it is a collaborative replay effort. Big 12 office down in Dallas in the Metroplex, and here on site with Richard Brown. They will decide exactly what the fate is of this call, and it's taking some time.
Well, you can tell how close it is by how long this review was taken. From my perspective, it looked very obvious. Well, you have different angles, you slow it down, it could be a little bit grainy. But to me, possession,
left foot in.
Left foot in.
Here we go.
After review, it's confirmed that the receiver gained possession of the ball inbounds at the 1 yard line, turning out of bounds. It'll be first down for Kansas at the 1 yard line.
There was a little bit of green in between the left foot and out of bounds, and that was enough to overturn the call.
But here's what has to happen next, right? So you're Kansas, you're inside the 1 yard line. Bad decision, bad play. But Jalen Daniels and this offense needs to have their teammates back. They need to say, okay, I don't care what just happened, but we have your back. Jamil, we got you. That's what needs to happen for Kansas. For K-State, as you can see, they're getting the crowd into it. This is what K-State needs to get the crowd involved. You're backed up. You're what we call the black zone. It should be loud and raucous down there.
Neal, the running back, tackled near his own goal line and driven backwards. And a safety for K-State. And the Wildcats have their
Oh, no.
Lay on the field of the safety.
Leo met him right behind the goal line. In the KU end zone, give him 2.
The hometown kid, Damian Ilalio, gets in the backfield and keeps Devin Neal from getting out of the end zone. The ball has to completely cross the plane for it not to be a safety.
Adam. All right.
Ilalio, great hands.
Yeah, I know.
There is a lot of brand new faces on the field. So
6'2", 300 pounds from Manhattan, Kansas. big time play.
Lalio gives Kansas State the lead. How big was that call in the overturn with a replay review?
What is it?
It's
Second
Norvis,
half?
and then now after the safety, Kansas State.
No.
Sam gets the football back, likely with great field position.
Huge momentum shift.
They're both
And the awareness by
playing
the
good, so
is not
it might
there.
be
That's why he
a
saw the ball inside the 1 yard line. He
OT.
didn't know how close he
It
was
might be
to
OT.
being out of bounds. Big time play by K-State defense.
Well, Daddy's gonna
And now
go.
K-State gets the ball back. You want to talk about momentum,
Daddy
boy?
took the heat on.
That's the definition. Look it up.
Yeah.
Uncle Mo's on the side of the Wildcats for the
I'll
first time
give you
tonight.
a call.
Edwards and
All right.
Johnson back deep to receive. Here's Dylan Edwards from the 12. Full head of steam to the edge. Ushered out to the 42. And a return of 30
All right.
yards. Now, don't forget next week's feature, 3:30 Eastern game, the annual world's largest, I guess we'll call it party on ABC. Florida number 2 Georgia, live from Jacksonville. Then later on, it's number 10 Iowa State hosting Texas Tech. Cyclones remain undefeated in Ames on ESPN.
Roy, I have an idea. Now, this is not what K-State does, but we'll talk about stealing momentum. Now is the time to take a shot. Like, I get it. Short passes, all those things. Like, this is the time to take a shot.
Jay Giddens over left tackle, a gain of 2, still on his feet. Give him 3 on first down. You can feel the momentum shift as soon as that call was overturned. Only took one play for Kansas State to post the safety. Now Giddens, 3-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7, but Kansas State almost near midfield.
And the reason I say take a shot is that takes all the energy out of the defense. So you can methodically go down the field, or you can take it right now.
Johnson on the move. And a layer that pass over multiple defenders. And it's out of bounds looking for Jackson. Double coverage with Mello Dotson right in front.
Yeah, he didn't try to, Roy. He did. He layered that ball over the defenders. It just went through the hands of his receiver. That was a perfectly placed pass by Avery Johnson. And that's one that's got to be caught.
We saw the critical drop earlier by Quentin Skinner for the Jayhawks. It would have been a short touchdown. From Jackson. It's 3rd and 7. Gives the running back. Johnson to the perimeter. Avery Johnson with a first down, a little bit more. Driven out at the 42 and a gain of 14 on 3rd and 7.
Nobody's afraid of speed kills. Well, this is the definition. I think it's a great pass rush move, but no, you're not as fast as Avery Johnson. Let's put it that way. DJ Withers is a defensive tackle. He's a big guy. Former defensive end, moved down inside. The pass rush game was there, but in practice, they don't move like Avery Johnson moves. That was the difference in practice in the game.
We asked Avery yesterday, what are you thinking when it's you and a safety? He goes, I'm thinking I'm going to score. That's the goal. Giddens plows his way for a gain of a yard. That's it. J.B. Brown involved in the tackle. 2nd and 9. Johnson's demeanor really struck us as a crew. You and Taylor in that conference room right here at the stadium. Doesn't really want the spotlight, but he commands it, even against his will. Nate Cephas with a grab and another first down. Fifth catch of the season and a chain mover after a gain of 13.
There are 2 things that I noticed when I watch Avery Johnson. One, that last play, the zip of the ball. But the other thing I noticed, and you're going to see this, watch how quickly he accelerates when he decides to run. As a defender, you notice that. As an analyst, you notice that. That's special.
DJ Giddens motions out as a wide receiver in an empty backfield. Johnson won't run it here, delivers a laser beam that's caught. Chase Brown, it'll be 1st and goal. Ball popped out for a minute. Brown caused that fumble. He corralled it. Here come the Wildcats after a gain of 25.
Chase Brown gets behind the linebacker and finds a space. Pella once NBA to sophomore from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. His dad was actually drafted in the MLB. But Jace Brown is their big play threat. So when the ball does go down the field, oftentimes he's the one who's receiving it.
Giddens in motion. Johnson will keep it. Sandwiched down after a gain of a yard by Keith Miller. Some of his defensive line buddies up front. Second and goal.
And maybe that's the reason, Roy, that I'm an analyst and not offensive coordinator, because I wanted him to take the shot at midfield. I wanted him to take the heart out of the defense. But instead, Connor Riley, former offensive line coach, still coaches the offensive line coordinator for K-State. He does his thing, methodical, trusting his running game, trusting his quarterback, trusting Avery Johnson, trusting the process.
Swanson and Giddens in the backfield. Johnson, a little jump pass, wide open. Good.
Oh, really? God damn it.
Third touchdown of the season. Connor Riley playing chess.
No.
For these tight ends in 2024. It is a sight to behold.
I don't know if these are rooks, are they bishops? They're definitely not pawns. They may be queens. But these tight ends, Roy, are special. Why? Yes, Avery Johnson trusts them, but they can do it all. Will Ancio, Garrett Oakley, Will Swanson. They can block, they can run, and they can receive.
Ancho, you want to play tight end, come to Kansas State. They're going to find a way to get you in the end zone.
Oh, absolutely. You think they're going to block, but they're not. They start off blocking, then they find a way. It's almost like that old Tim Tebow play. Find a way to make you think that they're going to block you, and you think it's a speed option. No. You find Garrett Oakley in the back of the end zone. Tight end, you tell me.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not going to beg, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead. Press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us, and feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
At Domino's, we're all about cheesy. From our melty oven-baked pastas to our new 5-cheese mac and cheese. And for a limited time, Domino's Rewards members can try our new mac and cheese for half off points. What's wrong? My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying because of that other card?
No.
There's no crying in baseball. Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. And you know why? There's no crying with the Venture Card. What's in your wallet? Let's play ball!
All right, we got your home and auto bundled, and you saved hundreds.
Huh, that's nice with the economy and all.
Ooh.
What's the economy?
Where we start.
What isn't the economy?
Yes.
Right.
It is it's so many things.
Right.
Look, all you really need to know is that Progressive can save you money without sacrificing quality coverage. You follow?
I'll just look it up.
That went well.
And foot to grow, eagles egg and seagulls too. Meets a wasp and ooze a fly. Soon I too can take to the sky.
Are you still busy cooking?
Well, you're welcome to come and help me a bit, Freya.
Mom, there's no helping you anymore. Don't you know? Red Bull gives you wings.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
16-7, Kansas State, 16th in the country, leading its rival KU by 9 back here in Manhattan. And the Wildcats in the purple jerseys. How about Avery Johnson earlier this spring driving around town in that purple Corvette, the NIL deal complete. and feeling like $1 million in a multitude of different ways. Not necessarily racing around town, but hey, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, the next stop on the F1 schedule is the Mexico City Grand Prix. Tomorrow afternoon, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on ABC. Every race coverage begins at 2:30 Eastern with additional coverage on ESPN Plus. English and Spanish. ESPN Cortez coverage begins at 3:30 Eastern. That is a touchback. We send you back to Kevin Connors.
All right, Roy, Tawee Walker's giving Wisconsin a 10-7 halftime lead on Penn State.
This was a long drive. Wisconsin was able to pound it out. The big story here, though, is the defense of Wisconsin holding down the running game of Penn State. That's keeping them from sustaining drive.
Roy, Penn State hosts Ohio State next week.
What a game that will be back here in Manhattan. Roy Philpott, Sam Acho, Taylor Davis. An important possession for the Jayhawks. For the safety the previous time on the field, the comeback on the back shoulder was there. Trevor Wilson. And a big play for the Jayhawks all the way down to the 39-yard line in KSU territory.
Trevor Wilson, 5'11", 195, redshirt senior from Tallahassee, Florida. He makes some great adjustments to this ball. But what's more impressive is the ball thrown by Jalen Daniels. This is the Jalen Daniels that we saw last year when he was healthy the years past. This version of Jalen Daniels can get Kansas back in the game.
For a gain of 36, Wilson, remember, started his career at Buffalo when Coach Leipold was there in the MAC. Followed him down to Lawrence in a big play as the Jayhawks in business. Daniels directing traffic. When the ball was whipping around for a moment, he gets it to Neal all the way down to the 32. And a gain of 7 yards, that could have been disaster for KU.
But notice the patience and the presence that Jalen Daniels has. He senses the pressure in the pocket. He avoids the rusher. Then he gets the ball to his outlet. Doesn't try and throw it away. Doesn't try and throw it downfield. But he knows exactly where Devin Neal is going to be.
Desmond Cornell had a chance maybe to tackle into the backfield. Couldn't do it. It's from the story of Jalen Daniels' career. When healthy, he played in 3 games a year ago. Speed option again. Daniels keeps it and spins his way for a Kansas first down. Harris the tackle. Drive continues for the Jayhawks.
They're going to keep on going back to that speed option play until they stop it. Jacob Parrish for Kansas State, he's actually the pitch player. So he's on Devin Neal. Well, the ball isn't pitched, and so he finally falls off, sloughs off, as we call it, and tackles the quarterback. That's an easy 5, 6, 7 yards that they're getting every time they run it. So until K-State decides to stop the quarterback first, they're going to go back to that speed option.
5 minutes to go in the half. Daniels wants it all. Man-to-man coverage. Penalty marker comes in. There was contact. BJ Payne repeating the progress. KU receiver.
Pass interference. Defense number 19. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
It was Luke Grimm that had a chance for a moment. You saw him stumble as a result of the contact from BJ.
We see Luke Grimm trying to get to the ball, and that is a penalty. BJ Payne impedes the progress of Luke Grimm. So that's the right call by the referees.
I agree.
Why I am giving a quick break.
Neal motions out. Banked up earlier. It happened back on the field. Great quarterback run. Shut down at the 11, gain of 3. Maine and Moore were there. Pair of Austins handled their business. Second down.
Well, earlier we had talked to the offensive coordinator for Kansas. And one of the first things you said in our meeting, you were like, hey man, I need to run Jalen. Why were you saying that so often?
You're calling me out on air because they haven't done it as much. And when they do, big things happen. And it seems to engage number 6 in white in a big-time way. And we've seen him when he starts running around wild and crazy. You beat some teams that many people think it should be. Now a redshirt junior. Option again, a late pitch. And Devin Neal could not get to the edge. Jump down to the 10. Now it's 3rd and long. Marquise Siegel.
So see what happens when you attack the quarterback now on the speed option. If you let him have time and just kind of fluff around, he will hurt you. But if you make him pitch it, force the decision, it puts you in a 3rd and long rather than a 3rd and short.
Jaylen's 3 of 4 on 3rd down tonight. Need to get inside the 4 down to the 3. We're close to it to go for it on 4th. Let's see. Wildcats show pressure. Here they come. Time for Daniels. Has a man. It's Graham reaching for the front pylon. And he got there.
Yeah.
Luke Graham found a way.
Yes.
Precise on the pass for the touchdown.
Woo!
Oh, captain, my captain. Luke Grimm was voted a captain by his teammates. He's lined up on the inside, and he's an elite level route runner. I talked to one of their coaches down on the field. He talked about how he's not necessarily lost weight, but he's gained muscle. He's focused on the little things. He's lessened his body fat.
Really on the field.
When I watch these receivers, he's the one that stands out.
161 career receptions after that touchdown grab. They're going to take a look at that to make sure that everything was inbounds and clear possession as he crossed the plane of the goal line. The initial indication right inside the pylon looked good from our perspective.
Absolutely, and we haven't seen it yet, but what you will see when you watch Luke Grimm play is that he can make you miss in a phone booth. It looks like that ball went over the pylon before his foot went out of bounds. He's diving. Looks like the ball goes over. It's pretty clear and obvious to me. But when Luke Grimm gets the ball, as this game goes on, just watch what he does to defenders. He makes you miss, elite level route running. For me, he's been extremely impressive all season long.
Jeff Grimes and Lance Leipold both use the phrase sneaky speed with Luke Grimm. He's a guy that can beat you in a number of different ways, and these KU receivers aren't afraid to get out there and get down and dirty with their blocking. And that was right in front of Keenan Garber. We've seen nothing to indicate that play should be overturned so far.
Correct. And I love the route. We've talked a lot about the route, talked a lot about Luke Grimm, but how accurate was that ball by Jalen Daniels?
He has entered a different
The ruling on the field of a touchdown stands.
atmosphere, stratosphere with the accuracy in the passing game. I would say now about 7 quarters of really good football that we've seen, including last week against Houston. Pro Football Focus rated him as the highest rated passer a week ago. He's making strides.
Well, he hasn't entered that stratosphere. He's re-entered that stratosphere. He was there 2 years ago. I mean, it wasn't his athletic ability that stood out. It was his ability to throw the football. And through injury and trying to get back, he missed a lot of time this spring. Now he's finally getting back into rhythm.
The rhythm with the receivers has been noticeable. Tabor Allen's extra point is good. And a 2-point game, a little pitch and catch, a little pylon. It counts as 6 points where we come from.
Chemistry matters, and Luke Grimm and Jalen Daniels have had this chemistry for many years. And Luke Grimm is trying to get his team back in the game.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
What the biggest companies deliver is exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and helps Red Bull revolutionize coverage of live events. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
Chase knows how to put the heart in your local community. Evan, you helping them with savings, right? Somebody just got their first debit card. Ice cream on you? Your money is a part of your community, so your bank should be too. Like Chase.
You built this?
It was easy once I found the parts.
Looks like you need a break. The General gives you one with flexible payment options.
Look, a chemical reaction.
Oh! For a great low rate, go with the General.
Hit it again, Jen.
yesterday.
They're in your desk drink.
Of course they are.
Easily isolate phone calls to the driver's seat in the all-new 3-row Infinity QX80.
Okay, everybody got their Dos Equis playbooks? Good. There's only one play. Go for Dos. That means when we get a chance to go big, we take it. Let's roll some tape. In a corner with the odds stacked against you, you don't like the look of the defense. Call an audible. Going for Dos means trusting your gut when you make the tough calls. Because the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. That's how you
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest? I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach!
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
The new 12-team college football playoff begins December 20th on ESPN.
That's how I get
Countdown is on to the new 12-team college football playoff. 2-point game back here in Manhattan, the Sunflower Showdown, Kansas State with the advantage. Sam Acho, Roy Philpott, Taylor Davis, an exciting night and weekend in college football once again. A touchdown by Grimm, a touchback, and we check in again with Kevin Collins.
All right, Roy, your Chick-fil-A move on the field. Trevor Maddich, Kevin Jennings has given SMU the lead at Durham.
Scoreless in the first quarter, 2 long touchdown drives so far in the second. SMU has woken up.
A couple of 6-1 teams. It's a 14-7 Mustangs lead. Roy.
Mustangs' only loss of the season at home to undefeated BYU. That matters here in the heart of the Big 12, as Avery Johnson's only loss came to BYU in Provo. Kind of a weird game, about 6 really bad minutes for the Wildcats in that one. Since then, Avery Johnson's been sensational on the slant. There goes Jace Brown, a first down, ushered out at the 46. Taylor.
You guys have mentioned how even keel Avery Johnson is. I've been watching him down here on the sideline. He spends a lot of time on the iPads. Coach Kleinman told us they meet twice a week just to go over defenses. This is just his 9th career start, and he said, I've got to bring a veteran mentality, but that comes from how much I'm learning and adjusting in game.
It's interesting, Acho. I don't know how often a head coach who's a defensive-minded coach meets with his quarterback on Monday and Tuesday every week and go over plays and look at sequences to suggest here's what's coming. Caleb Taylor was coming for the KU defense and a loss of 2. TFL makes it 2nd down and 12. But for Chris Kleinman, that's a priority. He says he's done that everywhere he's been, including North Dakota State, Trey Lance, Easton Stick, and the handful of other talented players. Carson Wentz. As Trey Lance was just arriving there in Fargo. A dump off. Brown again. 3rd and long. For gain of 5.
And part of that, Roy, is just this idea of, I'm not your offensive coordinator. Your offensive coordinator is going to get you set. Your quarterback coach is going to take care of that. But I want you to know what defenses are thinking. I want you to know how to read defense even differently. And so there's a benefit in Chris Kleinman spending time with his quarterback to keep him calm.
2-minute
and make him
timeout.
smarter.
2-minute timeout.
I was born yesterday. That's why my car wears Coopers.
Because I'm hauling precious cargo. Because my daughter's a storm chaser. So yeah, my car wears Coopers. Coopers.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
Chunky is beefy. 21 grams of protein in this bad boy. You can barely contain all this powerful meat. Chunky, soup that eats like a meal.
What are you doing?
Living the Dolce Vita.
That sounds good.
Lavazza Dolce Vita, also available in K-Cup pods.
That is good.
If your family's anything like mine, every day brings in dirt and messes. Sit back, relax, and leave the deep cleaning to the pros.
This is your sign to do dinner at Cracker Barrel and dig into an irresistible shepherd's pie with crispy hash brown casserole on top. Or make your hash brown casserole a little more breakfasty. So get the crew together and come on in. No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired brown brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
At Domino's, we're all about cheesy. So you know we had to make our new 5-cheese mac and cheese the crave-worthiest, cheesiest pasta possible. Just like all of our mouth-watering oven-baked pastas. But try one for yourself, including our new 5-cheese mac and cheese next time you order at Domino's.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Alrighty. Who's ready for my famous charred duck?
Like, to check the mascot first before bringing food to a tailgate.
Toasters, baby.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Kevin Connors in studio coming up on the Twisted Tea halftime report. BYU national champion Trevor Maddich will be here to recount BYU's 8-0 start to the season here, plus a couple of close shaves for Ohio State and Texas. And Notre Dame takes advantage of 6 Navy turnovers to dump the midshipmen for the first time this year. Coming up, Roy, when you join us for the Twisted Tea halftime report.
KC, we cannot wait. Those 6 turnovers, 3 came in the first half. Back in Manhattan on third down. Johnson's pass incomplete. Deacon Johnson is in the area. O.J. Burrows in coverage. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Injured Wildcat. Kansas territory. It is Johnson again. Samuel saw him exit the field a few moments ago, then came back. Was returning kicks. Clearly still bothered. So he remains down on the turf, and that nose bleeding.
And that, you talk about the physicality of the game, but sometimes whether it's a helmet that gets moved up into you or a physical hit, those things can be jarring as a football player.
He came down face first with momentum right into the turf. KU defender draped right over it. Fourth down and 7. Kansas State set to punt. KU with all 3 timeouts remaining in a 2-point game. Wildly entertaining first 2 quarters. Trevor Wilson back deep to receive this punt. Simon McClannon. Wobblers fielded cleanly at the 15. 1:49 to go, and a punt of 36. How aggressive you want Lance Leipold and Jalen Daniels to be right here?
I want them to be extremely aggressive, but I am exceedingly glad that you asked that question because in some of these losses, the reason why Kansas lost against UNLV, if you're an end-of-half interception. The reason they lost against Illinois, end-of-half interception. So then the next few games, they started taking a knee at the end of half so they wouldn't turn it over. Well, now Jalen Daniels is looking like Jalen Daniels. So if you're asking me how aggressive they should be, I say extremely.
Daniels takes off a quarterback draw, One defender missed, plows his way across the 20. And a gain of 8 on first down. Austin Moore with a tackle, along with BJ Payne.
And the reason I say that play in the first half was the reason is those losses, one was by 6 points, one was by 3 points. Even West Virginia, there was a second half interception, beginning of it. So little things matter.
Daniels completes it to Trevor Wilson. There's the accuracy again. The perfect amount of touch and velocity on that completion.
That man is dangerous. Jayden Daniels is dangerous, and not just as a runner, more specifically as a thrower. Not every quarterback can make that throw. Very few quarterbacks can make that throw that accurately. What makes Jayden Daniels even more surgical is that he can do that as a thrower and as a runner.
Gain of 18 yards. Spotted at the 41. Daniels, a productive start. We're active on the ground tonight. We saw that at times a week ago in the win against Houston. We'll stop this play dead in its tracks. False start penalty. Back to Jayhawks up 5 yards.
False start. Offense, number 19. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Part of the reason, Roy, if I could just interject real quick on why you want to be more aggressive now, is that Kansas State is going to get the ball to begin the second half. And so you want to make sure you get some type of points now so that you don't lose all momentum when the second half begins.
Just the second penalty call tonight on Kansas. Daniels back to throw. And a long ways to go. He spots Lawrence Arnold. Well, that pass covered just 8 yards, but it traveled about 35. Get that penalty yardage back.
Now, Lawrence Arnold wishes he could have stayed in bounds because there was no one else out there. But this rhythm feels good for Kansas. It feels as if they're in control.
6 straight completions for Daniels. Both teams with exactly 202 total yards. Just a safety separating these rivals. Daniels to Grimm. Tap dance out of bounds in KSU territory. Right at the line to gain, and that is a first down.
And they're surgical. It's methodical. Jayden Daniels is taking what the defense is giving him, which right now seems like it's easy access throws to the flat. And they have no need to be in a rush. They have all 3 timeouts. They're inside their own 50-yard line. The whole playbook's open.
Pressure, Daniels retreats. Wisely saves that pass out of bounds. There's a play like that last week against Houston. He completed way down the field. The strength to get the football away, the quickness and velocity is impressive for Jayden Daniels.
And the intelligence to know to throw that one away and not try to force it like he did last week. Other quarterbacks may have said, you know what, I'm going to try and outrun this defender. Jayden Daniels knew he didn't have the right angle. Throw it out of bounds. Now you have another down. Try and get a first down.
Jayhawks with all 3 timeouts from the 49. Daniels with all night to survey. Pass will be caught. It was grabbed on the crossing pattern by Wilson. And a gain of 9. That was the fastball. Wilson like a catcher. And to make sure he had clean control.
Correct. And that wasn't a first down, so the clock is running. They're getting back on the ball now to hurry up and run a play.
3rd and short. Daniels has the first a little bit more. Dragged down at the 34. Austin Romaine the tackle. Kansas has yet to utilize one of those 3 timeouts.
First charge timeout. Kansas.
You talked about some of the close losses. We mentioned them earlier in the show. And Illinois all began with that 23-17 setback, a late lead in the 4th quarter by 4. It was UNLV, some late interceptions that were the difference makers in those games. Then at West Virginia, 11-point advantage 5 minutes ago. The Mountaineers come roaring back. TCU and Arizona State. You get what we're trying to suggest. They've been close. And a 2-5 team could easily have a winning record if just 1 or 2 of those games, perhaps 3, shifted their direction.
Chris Kleiman told us that this is the best 2-5 team in college football, and he wasn't lying. He wasn't that wasn't coach speak. That was real. a 6-point loss, a 3-point loss, a 4-point loss, off of easily correctable mistakes by your best player, your team captain, Jalen Daniels. But what's happening now is that Jalen has corrected his mistakes, and now his team feels like they can beat anybody.
Touchdown for them, an interception last week. No pick so far for Daniels. Again, wants it on double coverage until now, and it's picked off. Siegel has it. Back-to-back games with big plays for number 21. Still on his feet, Marquise Siegel dropped down at midfield. Trevor Wilson wisely with a tackle. We were just singing the praises of Jalen Daniels, his first bad decision. 2 defenders in the area.
And 2 picks in back-to-back weeks. Marquise Siegel is playing deep. He sees the ball. He tracks it. Interception. He had a pick 6 last week. He's 6 foot, 197 transfer from North Dakota State. He is the team leader. We asked the coaches who the leader is, and it's been Marquise Siegel. But what impresses me about this play is all the blocking by his teammates. That's a 30-yard swing. Could have been at the 20 if you would have stayed in the end zone, got out almost to the 50.
Wilson, the intended receiver, made the tackle 50 yards the other direction. The star by that play is Johnson as that pass incomplete. Egan Johnson from Avery Johnson. He's 2nd and 10.
And now's the time where that coach-to-player communication in the headset needs to matter because there's only 13 seconds. They have all 3 timeouts. You need about 15 yards to get in a field goal range. I saw Kansas State, they were kicking it from about the 33 or so yard line. So time matters. Avery Johnson cannot scramble around too much.
First charge timeout. Kansas State.
2-point game. Timeout Kansas State. Gives us a moment to remind you, kick off your Week 8 NFL Sunday Countdown Crew. And the story of how 49ers rookie receiver Ricky Pearsall's life was saved after being shot just 1 month ago. Plus a report from Miami on what Tua's return means for him and the Dolphins, plus all the latest news from Adam Schefter. Sunday NFL Countdown, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN and the app. Something about the end of these halves for Kansas football in 2024. Try to take a chance. You get aggressive. They paid the price dearly.
Well, momentum means something. This last 4 or 5 minutes of the first half and the first 4 or 5 minutes of the second half usually capture a lot of the momentum. The reason why Kansas has lost is because they made bad decisions in the margins those last few minutes. And that was a bad decision in the margin. So if they want to win this one, they can have a big stop right now.
Giddens the running back. Play action for Avery Johnson. Incomplete and batted away at the last minute. Jason Gilliam.
That was an amazing play by Gilliam. We can't understate that because time ran off the clock, incomplete pass. You have time really for one play at a timeout. I love how much depth he gets. You tell linebackers when you're in zone, get depth, back up. Don't bite the cheese. If there's someone in front of you, don't worry about it. Great play by Gilliam.
Hellcats at least 15 more yards to be in field goal range for Chris Tennant. Won't make it here. Down to the 46, a 5-yard gain to Chase Brown. Quick timeout with just 2 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was the wrong decision by Avery Johnson. It looks like they're trying to decide if the clock is running or not. Maybe a timeout wasn't called, but that was the wrong decision by Avery Johnson. If you're going to make that decision, you want to get at least 7 or 8 more yards. They had 8 seconds. That's enough time to run 10 yards, pass it. But now you're in a position where you cannot kick a field goal. You have to throw a Hail Mary.
Chris Tennant's longest field goal this season, 48 yards out. He has
second charge timeout. Kansas State.
Clearly out of his range. Winds are swirling a little bit here at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Not as much.
Game clock operator, please restore the game clock to 5 seconds.
They're going to reset the game clock to 5 seconds. My question for you, is that enough time for a 5 or 10 yard out, get out of bounds, and have a chance to bring Tennant on the field?
Well, the answer is it doesn't matter because they have a timeout. So it doesn't have to be an out route. They have to get out of bounds. That is enough time to throw anything anywhere you want, likely down the middle of the field, get about 7 more yards, call a quick get down, right? Call a quick timeout, and then kick your field goal. So 5 seconds is enough if you have a timeout. No timeout, you need at least 7 seconds to run a play. With the timeout, 5 seconds is enough. You gotta, as soon as you catch it, get down immediately.
It's also 4th down. 1 timeout remaining for Kansas State. Now Kansas.
Second charge timeout. Kansas. 30 seconds.
Have a chance to talk things over as well. Entertaining first half. I mean, this is kind of what we thought it would be. A rivalry matchup that's been close recently. Kansas State has found ways in 15 straight. Certainly.
Hey, Gabe, what up?
The Village Sunflower Showdown. Two teams have played 113 consecutive seasons in terms of continuous years between Kansas and Kansas State. It's right up there with any other rivalry you can speak of. While the programs respect each other, the fan bases,
I
as
see.
we've heard tonight, at times, well, they've got something to say.
And Roy, to your point about, this kind of the end, this wonky end of the first half, and saying, why would these teams keep on calling timeouts? Why does it matter so much? This game could come down to 3 points into this momentum. K-State gets the ball back beginning of the second half, so these points matter.
3 KU defenders standing at the goal line. Johnson wants to heave one.
Yeah, I heard.
At the 3, it's going to be caught. And a penalty mark.
I heard about I know about 1983 and 1943. I know about it.
Inside the 5, did he push off?
The offensive PI by Jace Brown.
Yeah, but I don't know. I cannot get it, Ali. So.
Was free for a moment with assistance.
Well, that's called self-help. So it looked like it was going to be an interception. Jace Brown said, let me help myself and push you out of the way so I could catch this ball. So great job by the defense.
I see.
Kansas State ball to start the half.
16-14, the Twisted Tea halftime report starts right now. Boy, a roller coaster first half there, but it's all said and done. It's a 2-point game at the break. It is the Twisted Tea halftime report with Trevor Maddich, Kevin Connors right now over on ABC. Top 2 teams in the SEC. The only 2 remaining unbeaten teams.
Yes, I was doing a live train show earlier, and yes, I did catch 10:55. Not too bad. 10:65. Silva and Atlanta.
Garrett Nussmeier to throw it to Mason Taylor.
They got the ball on the 21-yard line. That was an easy short field touchdown.
And then late second quarter, here's Nussmeier finding Aaron Anderson.
Nussmeier was phenomenal with the big plays in this one, and he gave Anderson the opportunity to make that play. But he had passes over 30 yards, and really those big chunk plays have been the difference in this game.
That LSU defense we talked about really good. Meantime, Florida State in South Florida to take on Miami. Damian Martinez, a touchdown run.
We figured the offense for Miami would not be the problem in this game, and it started out with Miami hot.
Been kind of a field goal fest for Miami after that 23-7 on ESPN. Unbeaten BYU going to Orlando to take on UCF. Jake Retzloff and the Cougars were great from the opening tip.
They ran for 252 yards in this game, and Retzloff wasn't the leading rusher. Their top 2 running backs were, which is a little weird.
LJ Martin, one of them.
LJ Martin just a big beast of a back. He and Hickman probably missed several games in the middle of the season. Their return has made all the difference for BYU's running.
And then Trevor, the game turned on this play here. 7-point game just before the half. Retzloff to Chase Roberts.
Chase Roberts is 6'2".
I like my intro work, Allie. I like my
undefeated, Trevor. Are they the team that beat the Big 12?
They and Iowa State. Iowa State very quietly is putting together an outstanding season.
All right, everyone. Hutchinson and Kansas World Fan Production back here again. Of course, we are losing, of course. KU is losing now. Literally, we're at 14 right now, and now halftime right now, late. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing that KU is losing, but I hopefully they can win out the game because I mean, I really need KU to win. I mean, I really need the Jayhawk to win. So I mean, it is it's kind of hard even playing outly. I mean, it is like really unbelievable right now. Yeah, I tell you, Atlee.
What if it were a Big Mac with chicken? Chicken Big Mac. It's not a Big Mac. Get it while you can. She's shopping for a used car, but she doesn't know that.
It's so weird, Atlee, that Kate Day is the weird team ever, Atlee, in football history, Atlee, and I don't.
It's like on the other side of the country.
I don't even like Kate Day, Atlee. I like KU, Atlee, so.
You know what else is crazy? Getting all that Dr. Pepper flavor with zero sugar.
But Dr. Pepper doesn't have a questionable secondary like Tech does.
Here, catch.
And that's why you're a mascot.
College football, it's a pepper thing.
It is.
Soft drinks are just up to bucket wins. Any size, any time. 3 p.m. Dollar Fanta. 10 p.m. Sprite. 7:46 a.m. Coke. You're so free. Dollar soft drinks any size, gotta be one.
I mean.
Biggest thing I've learned so far: don't sweat the small stuff. No. Found it. Finding my light. No, knowing my cue. Just trying not to overthink things. M&M's for all fun kind.
Take a look around and you'll notice something extraordinary. Look at your community, your state.
I mean, of course, KU is the best. I mean, KU is the best sometimes, Atlee, and everything had been okay Atlee recently, and mostly everything's been good Atlee, accordingly. Now, I do want all of you to tune in tonight for episode 99, and then tomorrow will be the last episode of my weekend show. The Weekend with Adam show is going to be coming to an end here pretty soon. Final episode is tomorrow, and now this time I'm just going to record. I'm just going to do recording. I'm just going to record I'm just going to record the episode. I'm not going to live stream it. I was going to live stream it, but I'm just going to just do the recording of the final episode of the weekend show, and then main reason why I'm going to be taking a break from the weekend show because after the 100 episode, so I can do more videos, focus on more videos like the live train cam USA train show. I can work on that, and then a couple other videos like that. So yeah, make sure you tune in tonight and tomorrow for the 2 final episode of the weekend show, and So, so yeah, pretty much. So, everything been okay, everything been all right, and everything. I know everything been okay, and everything been all right, and everywhere, and pretty much everything been okay, Ali. So so I do want to let everybody know. I do want to let you guys know. I am keeping track. As we come up here to the map. I do want to show you all a couple of KU items that I have. Let me just move it a little bit. All right. I do have this. I got this right here. This right here. This is a big rig trailer, and it looked like a Peterbilt, but I don't think it is a Peterbilt, but it is. It looked to me it is, Outley. I got it up in Emporia, Kansas. Which is a very nice in my truck, of course. And that is why coming up in the year of 2025, I'm gonna start doing semi truck video here on my channel. So that coming up in the year of 2025. So hello. Hey. Well, it is now halftime right now. Big thing in here right now is a team trying to get them. Well, they are about 2 points ahead right now. They are about 2 points ahead right now. They're about 14 right now.
Huge game on the ground. Here's some Justice Hayes. Well, they did in the second half. In the first half, they ran the ball for only 58 yards. Second half, 213. I want to know what that halftime conversation with the coaches was like. Womack's defense pitched a shutout, 34-0.
Yeah.
Take about 4 or 5 plays or 6 plays after halftime, but they'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Amber's going to have Daddy work tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, guys, I am back. Alright, guys, they're getting ready to start. They're getting ready to start the second half, and me and my doggy Zozo are ready to watch. Well, never mind. They're still doing a halftime report. They're still doing a halftime report, but here she is. Here's my little doggy Zozo, and she is pretending KU as well, so she is the KU dog. You look great, Zozo. You look amazing. You look amazing. You look great. Oh, don't worry, so you can. I'll take this off when the game's over, okay? You don't have to wear that tonight. Just represent the Jayhawk, okay?
This is the backbreaker here. Want to throw to Eric McAllister, and he's gone.
Yeah, the defender was right there to make that tackle with 5 minutes to go. Instead, he just missed it.
TCU wins a thriller 35-34. Savion Morrison, a touchdown run for the Jayhawks. It's a 2-point game and a rivalry game. The second half for Manhattan is next.
All right, guys. The second half is gonna be up next here. So they just got done with the halftime report, and yeah, I mean, Zoe is rocking and rolling. She is rocking and rolling the KU letter that I put on her. She looked amazing. I mean, she's the best.
That's new. Join me, my friend. What are you doing? We are living la vida loca. Oh, do you mean la Dolce Vita? Is this your idea?
Enjoy the intense flavor.
I mean, she is. I mean, Zoe. She is rocking and rolling the Jayhawk letter tonight, and we'll see how the second half go. We'll see how the second half is gonna be tonight. I mean, represent the Jayhawk. I mean, we need to represent the Jayhawk. I mean, So we are just waiting here for the second half to begin, and all right, guys. I'm gonna get ready to put you all down. I'm gonna. You look amazing, man.
We have smartphones, smart cars, even smart thermostats. So how smart is the furnace it's connected to? Steeder Contractors is proud to install Lennox furnaces, smartly engineered to be the quietest and most efficient furnace you can buy. And now take advantage of the $1,000 rebate and be ready for fall and winter. Make the smart decision. Call Cedar Contractors in Great Bend and ask about the $1,000 rebate on a Lennox Total Comfort system today.
You're watching ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Geico on a beautiful Saturday evening in Manhattan, Kansas. A 2-point game in the Sunflower Showdown. Kansas State leading arch rival KU. Numbers just about even across most key statistics in our first 2 quarters. Let's see what happens down the stretch here. Phil Snyder, Kansas State. Samacho Roy Philpott, joined by Taylor Davis on the sidelines in just 1 minute. A first half that Lance Leipold's going to look back on and think, what if certain plays didn't go down the way that they did?
Missed opportunities. This game could be won or lost in the margins. And we saw a dropped interception. We saw a safety. So many missed opportunities that Kansas State missed. The third was a drop touchdown. So Quentin Skinner had this, and he dropped it right from his hands. Then later on, stepped out of bounds by Neil Croft on the kickoff. Leads to a safety. Great play on the defensive side of the ball by Damian Ilalio. And then the interception. Those few things.
Missed opportunities for a Kansas team that has struggled at the end of halves this year. Leading to those losses, Illinois, UNLV come to mind, a comeback by West Virginia. We documented those in the first half. The question is, can you change the momentum of the season of 2024 in this second half tonight? Get that third of the season still have a chance to get to a bowl game. Kansas State set to receive the football first. And away we go in the Little Apple. 2-point game. State back on the field. Check in with Taylor. What did Lance Leipold have to say at halftime?
You guys said it. You mentioned to me at the half that we've been hurting ourselves so far in this game, and in an environment like this, any momentum you create, you have to maintain. He wants to see that this second half, more of a ground attack. He feels like Jalen Daniels is escaping the pressure well, but as for his defense, he said, we cannot let Avery Johnson outside the pocket. West Virginia forced him to throw last week, and he took all his action to the air. They want to force him to go to that, stay in the pocket, not beat us with his legs like he's done.
4 carries, 34 yards for Johnson in the first half. This time it's DJ Giddens. And corralled by the shoestrings as he dives the 30. Going the tackle, officially a gain of 5. I wonder if Giddens starts to make a bigger impact at some point tonight. 9 carries for 19 yards so far. And an injured KU player down to the 27.
Oh no. Oh no. Number 83. 83 it down. Oh no, Zozo. Number 83 it down. What are we gonna do, Zozo? We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose, I know it. We're gonna fucking lose.
92 helped to his feet.
We're gonna lose, Zozo.
From Garland, Texas.
We're gonna lose.
Walking off under his own power. Second down and 5 coming up. Avery Johnson. Look at what he's done in comparison to Jalen Daniels. And really the key indicator, that interception at the end of the half, right as we were singing the praises of what Jalen Daniels.
Yeah, that was the play that could potentially be a momentum shift. But what's more important than anything,
come on, KU!
Respond to start this half.
8 days between home games for the Wildcats. Jake Giddens on the left side, weaving his way through traffic.
No! Yes! Ha 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 ha! Woohoo!
54-yard gain.
The junior from Junction City, Kansas, finds space. What's more impressive about this is he wasn't touched until he was about 45 yards down the field. So you can tell that Kansas State at halftime they said we're going to get the ball to DJ in space.
Woohoo!
Carries for 19 yards before that rumble for 54. That changes the complexion of everything with this Kansas State ground game. Avery Johnson on cue takes off. Hit hard. Backwards crossing the 10 by Wheeler. Gain of 6 on first down.
Another player down.
Here at Oakley, part of that stable of tight ends. On the touchdown pass. In the
That's right. Another player down by K-State.
Physical. Both sides, as anticipated tonight. 3 touchdown grabs this year. Finally gets to his feet. He was blocking, working against KB.
Boom, K-State. Boom.
A slight limp as he trots off the field. Columbus, Nebraska, just a sophomore. What a handful of jumbo athletes we documented.
You are out, dumbass.
Oakley, Lofton expected back tonight in a limited capacity. Will Swanson. And they've got others. So Avery Johnson, 40 yards on the ground, $185 through the air, a couple of touchdowns. Going through those progressions. It's not only Connor Riley, but co-offensive coordinator Matt Wells that have assisted in his development. He'll keep it here. On the move, Johnson. Across the goal line for the touchdown.
Gone!
Kansas State extends its lead.
Oh, fuck.
Just mentioned Braden Lofton. He blocked the
Shit.
screen Johnson. And from 10 yards out, 22-14.
Sometimes you don't need much. And Braden Lofton, to your point, just got enough on the edge defender. And that little touch kept the edge defender from making the tackle. So unbelievable block by Lofton stepping in. His first game back in some time. Critical block for the touchdown.
75 yards in 4 plays, all on the ground. And a statement possession for Kansas State to begin the third quarter.
Start on the ground and keep it on the ground. It started with DJ Giddens. Then Avery Johnson with the keeper. Stays on balance, uses the stiff arm, and finds the end zone. Touchdown, K-State.
Money is tight, so we must make sacrifices. I give up my bespoke shaving subscription.
And I'll stop ordering everything that's trending on Instagram.
And I will no longer agree to the add-ons at the oil change place just because the mechanic called me ma'am.
It really is a top-of-the-line filter, ma'am.
And of course, we'll downgrade our insurance to get a lower rate.
Well, you know you don't have to make sacrifices now that you're saving money with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle.
You couldn't have said that like 6 seconds ago.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms.
Just okay? Isn't okay.
And I was down.
If you still have symptoms after trying it.
Well, guys, this is really a bummer, Lee. I mean, we are pissed right now, Lee. I'm afraid we're going to lose this game. I mean, K-State is the best. I mean, and just come on now. I mean, this is unbelievable, and I mean, this is ridiculous right now. I mean, it's unbelievable right now, Lee, and I'm afraid that we are going to lose this game, and I am.
I'm looking for those reports from yesterday.
They're in your desk, Frank.
Of course they are.
Easily isolate phone calls to the driver's seat in the all-new 3-row Infiniti QX.
I mean,
At Domino's, we're all about cheesy. So you know we had to make our new 5-cheese mac and cheese the crave-worthiest, cheesiest pasta possible. Just like
I mean, it is like really,
cheese mac and cheese next time you order at Domino's.
Let's unretire. Why not? I'm good right here, bro.
Spooky season isn't a season, it's a lifestyle. Kind of like being a fan of these two classic teams.
That'll get you nice and freaked out.
It might get scary.
All right, here we go.
Conference on ESPN, a sellout crowd at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. So far, they love what they have witnessed. 23-14. The Sunflower Showdown, edition number 122. Wildcats have won the last 15. The last KU victory against Kansas State occurring in 2008. It's been a while. As the kick, Karum's out of bounds. Well, that coffin corner has been interesting tonight. Trevor Wilson watched that.
Kicking team. Receiving team is elected to take the ball to the 35-yard line. First down.
It's interesting how that has worked its way through this game. Don't forget this season, All-State will celebrate every field goal and extra point made by participating universities by making a donation to the university's General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, All-State.
I want to see, Roy, some of that comfort and confidence that we saw from Jalen Daniels in the first half. I want to see that early in this half if he wants this to be a game.
Productive on the ground and through the air. Exception of the one interception. 50 cut against the grain across the 40. Gain of 5 yards on first down. Payne the tackle. Close to 6 as Daniels continues to impress that athleticism.
And they're still attacking the edges. Not necessarily a speed option on that play, but they're attacking the edges of this defense. So a 5 and 6 yard gain is a positive play for the offense.
Could be a record-breaking night for Devin Neal. It has not happened yet. Just 21 yards rushing. So effective through the air. They'll run the reverse to Grimm. Grimm looking for the convoy. He'll find it. He'll find a KU first down. The speed of Luke Grimm. Austin Moore ushered him out, and that's a gain of 8.
But I want you to keep your eyes on number 10 on defense, Jacob Parrish. So he sets the edge and he stays outside, forcing the ball to get cut back. So there could have been a bigger play. But Jacob Parrish, the junior, does a great job of cutting that play off. This is a play that Kansas loves to run. So great film review by Parrish to make that play not as big as it could have been.
4-man front for the Wildcats. Planter in the DC. Daniels drifts back. And Neal is wide open into KSU territory. Devin Neal stuck behind the linebackers. And Jacob Parrish was there to stop the gain of 11. But it's a chain mover again for the Jayhawks.
Another play that Kansas loves to run. They love to roll out one way in order to allow time for receivers to get down the field. Well, those receivers down the field were all covered. And so what Jalen Daniels did is he found Devin Neal, who was his outlet. So it's a positive play, but it wasn't the biggest play that they were hoping for.
I think they'll take it. Jalen Daniels just motioned out. And Cole Ballard on the field. Ballard takes it across the 35. And we were told we could see two quarterbacks on the playing surface at the same time tonight. That's the first time it went down. Well, Ballard, of course, started against KSU last year. He picks up 6. And now rushes off.
And rushes is the right word because Cole Ballard is a great athlete. He saw action week 1 versus Lindenwood, and as soon as he got in the game, he ran the rock. And so when Ballard is in there, know that he is a supreme athlete, loves to run it.
Freshman walk-on. What about getting Wisconsin during the recruiting process? Daniels back on the field, 2nd down and 4. Devin Neal. The line of scrimmage, and that is it. They leapfrog across the 35. Austin Romaine stopped him there. 3rd down for the Jayhawks.
Critical 3rd down because this is a potential 4-point swing. Right now, you're just on the cusp of field goal range. So if you don't get a first down, likely a field goal. If you do get a first down, potential for scoring, that'd be 7 points versus 3.
We also wonder, Lance Leipold considered going for it on 4th and short as Jared Casey comes on the field. Kansas State will make a substitution. Will Ballard also back in as well.
First charge timeout, Kansas.
And perhaps confusion in the Jayhawks backfield as we step aside.
Wing of bat and foot of crow, eagle's egg and seagull's toe. Bits of wasp and ooze of fly, soon I too can take to the sky.
Mom, are you still busy cooking?
Well, you're welcome to come and help me a bit, Freya.
Mom, there's no helping you anymore. Don't you know? Red Bull gives you wings.
So what are you working on?
Something for the Garcias. Right there's great.
Love you, honey.
Thanks, Mom.
We've got 24 hours to get all of this under control.
Then you're gonna need these today.
Oh, we can deliver that.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, get delivery at the speed you need only at the Home Depot. Take a breath of fresh air with the Stanley Steamer Air Duct Cleaning. We clean over 10 million feet of air ducts each year with our specialized trucks, built by us, removing the contaminants from your home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer Clean.
Your home cleaner.
I'm a team mascot, and boy am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Oh, what a hit. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, the cost to cover that might tank your season. But get off safe. Save money on auto insurance and be protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
Meet the traveling trio, each helping to protect their money with Chase. Tools that help protect. Alerts that help check. One bank that puts you in control. Chase, make more of what's yours. When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's.
Katie, get out of the pool.
It matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
9-point game, 10:01 to go in our third quarter back in Manhattan. Acho, you made a tremendous observation as we went to that last break. Cody Stufflebeek took his sweet, precious time coming back on the field, and maybe that forced KU's hand.
Well, it absolutely did. So Jared Casey subbed out late, so as a defense, you're allowed to sub. But notice how slow Cody Stufflebeek just jogged out there. He's a smart individual, 4.0 in high school, industrial engineering major. But the pace in which he ran, didn't rush it. There was 7 seconds left on that play clock. Forced Kansas to use a timeout. If this game is one loss in the margins, that one lost timeout could be big.
Daniels, the quarterback. We've seen Cole Ballard on the field on 2 plays on this possession. It's 3rd and 4. A lot of shifting, a lot of movement. The tunnel screen to Grimm, and he'll bolt ahead for the first down. Luke Grimm picks up the first. Jordan Riley trying to bring him down as he tiptoed along that sideline.
And it was an interesting formation. It was a new center, so you saw there was 4 linemen on one side, essentially, then a center, and then 1 lineman to the left. Really 3 to the left of the center, and then that wide, essentially, bunch. So interesting play design, but good play to get the first down.
7th play of the drive coming up. Neil Flakes Daniels once again from the 27. Here's Daniels. Trying to cut it back. Met with resistance. DJ May. Driven out near the 25. Brendan Mott also involved in that play. 38 in purple, the 6th-year senior former walk-on, just happens to lead the Big 12 in sacks at the midway point of this regular season. Talked with him yesterday in a great story. Dad played in Iowa, grew up a fan of the Hawkeyes. Really was under-recruited because of his lack of size. This turned out to be a big-time difference maker. Daniels off the back foot and incomplete. Heavy pressure. The eyesore able to sneak through the line. Looking for Lawrence Arnold was Daniels.
Great pressure by OBI for it, but now I'm going back to that third down situation. So you got the last first down on a tricky formation, but that was 3rd and 4. This is 3rd and 7. A critical 4-point swing again for Kansas.
Already in field goal range on 3rd and long. Tabor Allen 6 of 7 this year. The field goal department. Devin Neal wants the end zone. Devin Neal, did he get there? He did. What a play for the senior from Lawrence from 24 yards out.
Where sometimes you think about words like want to. That's what that was.
Woohoo! Yeah, 20 points for the Kansas Jayhawks.
Quite the response for the Kansas offense. Jalen Daniels and Devin Neal. And off the left upright. Second miss of the season for Tabor Allen. And it remains a 3-point game.
Whatever it takes. Injury early in the game. You go to the locker room. You come back. Put a shoulder harness on. You see two defenders. None of it matters. Devin Neal finds the zone.
This is the SEC on ABC, and this is how it's done. Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
You can't see the over $400 billion we invested in our network, but you rely on it every day. You can't see the nearly 2.5 million connected businesses, but they fuel growth. And you can't see the interconnectivity of 28,000 public safety teams, but they protect us. You can't see it, but for 148 years, AT&T has proudly connected Americans.
The Papa John's and Shakaroni is back. It's our extra big and ultra foamy super pepperoni pizza, the biggest of the big, with more cheese, more pepperoni, and more shack. Get the Shakaroni for $12.99. Only at Papa John's. Order now to earn rewards. Deal.
Everyone, customize a 100-car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
Then I wake up.
And you have to stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Chunky is spicy, and it's good to be spicy. I'm talking hunks of fiery, delicious protein. Oh, is it hot here? Or is it just chunky? Soup that eats like a beer.
Hi folks, Bud Conklin here. I love cars as much as anyone, but managing this massive inventory of 500 new and used vehicles across 10 different new car brands and 3 different locations, well, it's a lot like herding cats on wheels. Every day I'm at one of our dealerships in Hutchinson, Newton, or Salina, making sure that each vehicle is in top shape for you. So come to Conklin Automotive Group to help me find them a good home so I can get back to mine.
Introducing Propane Central. With decades of experience, we provide reliable residential, commercial, and industrial propane services. Enjoy 24/7 emergency support, comprehensive gas system checks, and online account management. Visit us at propanecentral.com.
I was so excited when I heard the sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the pimento cheese. It's savory and delicious, and the filet itself is perfectly juicy and crispy.
Real customer paid for their testimonial.
Devin Neal now 41 career rushing touchdowns. Kansas trails by just 3 after the missed extra point. Uber Allen with the doink off the left upright, Nacho. And another case, potential missed opportunity for KU tonight on the road in the Sunflower Showdown. Dylan Edwards over his head. We check in again with Kevin Connors back in the studio.
All right, Roy, the Capital One rewarding performance. Add this to the Heisman resume of Cam Ward. Trevor, a receiving touchdown on the Philly special.
Right, now you can add that to having touchdowns through the air and on the ground. Now he catches one.
36-7, Roy. Florida State's about to drop to 1-7.
7 losses on the year for Mike Norvell's Florida State Seminoles. I don't know that anybody could have seen that coming, but yet here we are. And Cam Ward, of course, one of the prized quarterbacks in the portal, coveted by Florida State. He signs with Miami. A big-time difference maker. Back in Manhattan, Johnson on the move and out of bounds. It'll be second down and 10. Samacho over Philpott Taylor Davis. A chilly night for the Sunflower Showdown, but a game that has lived up to expectations. Think back to what Lance Leipold told us this week. We haven't played our best when we've needed our best to win games in critical moments. And a lot of self-inflicted wounds so far this evening. Would that come back and be the difference between these two? Johnson drives across the 30. Third down. Now Wheeler, the tackle, give him 6 on the play. Weaving through traffic again was Avery Johnson.
And smartly getting down. Remember, Avery Johnson a few weeks ago got injured versus Colorado. He went out for a few plays. That's why they didn't run him last week. And so he's getting the yards he needs without putting himself in too much harm's way.
Kansas native from Wichita, elected to stay home. He was the top prospect in this state. Considered a 4-star in many of the recruiting services, if not a 5. Movement up front.
Illegal snap infraction. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Sam Hecht. The snap infraction. Instead of 3rd and 4, it comes 3rd down and 9. An entirely different set of circumstances here.
And a new opportunity for the Kansas pass rush to finally have an opportunity where it's obvious pass. So much of this game has been in 3rd and short. Now when you know it's pass is your chance to try and get after the quarterback.
Jackson in motion on 3rd down. Johnson steps ahead. Avery Johnson's got to go. Did he get there? Right at the line to gain. And it is a 1st down.
That was a little thing, but Avery Johnson had nothing open and made a decision to try and scramble, not outside, but to scramble inside and extend the ball out just enough to get the 1st down. He didn't show off the big-time acceleration, but showed off the football acumen and awareness.
0 rushing yards last week. Road win at WVU. 65 tonight at home against Kansas. There goes Edwards. Dylan Edwards in the open field. And tripped up just shy of the red zone by O.J. Burrows. They'll mark him down to the 21 and a gain of 44.
Roy, you said earlier that Avery Johnson was the number 1 recruit in Kansas. Well, Dylan Edwards was the number 2 recruit in Kansas. They played with each other in Little League, played against each other as they got older. Dylan Edwards transferred back to Kansas State. He felt like it was home, and now he's making big-time plays at the crib.
20 yards per touch. Is that good, Sam Acho?
That's pretty extraordinary.
I think that's getting the job done. 6.5 to go. Johnson kept it. He pulled everybody. Lost the football. And who jumped on it? Boy, it squirted out in the last minute, and I don't know. Jayhawks think they have it. Kobe Bryant indicating they do. Let's wait on the official word. And they do. A costly mistake by Avery Johnson.
First down, Kansas.
Player. Hello, Dotson. Banged up Jayhawk. J.B. Brown hopped on top of it, and the ball just slipped right out of Avery Johnson's hand.
Talk about him fooling everyone. But that ball at the bottom of the pile, it's so hard to find. It'll jump and bounce and pop. You're oftentimes taught to get to the side of it. So if you try to fall on top of it, it'll just squeeze out.
J.B. Brown right in front of Easton Kilty, starting left tackle for the Wildcats. And it's Dotson that remains down on the turf for the Jayhawks. Right on the side of this frame, senior from Daytona Beach, along with Kobe Bryant, very talented corners in Lawrence this season. And experienced corners, a pair of seniors in that defensive backfield. And Dotson walking off under his own power. That's a good sign.
Football people talk about, Roy, how the ball is everything. Sometimes you'll sacrifice even your own body for the ball. So I understand Melo Dotson, he's one of their team leaders, 3 pick sixes in his career. But that sacrifice could earn his team a victory.
Felt like Kansas State was on its way for another touchdown. Instead, the turnover. KU gets it back down only 3. Jayhawks bouncing back after a slow start with a new offensive coordinator. Savion Morrison steps across the 30 and a 5-yard gain. Andy Kotelnicki left Lawrence to go to Penn State. Jeff Grimes takes over the play calling duties. Jalen Daniels is injured during spring. Really, it's just 10 days before the start of preseason camp. He's able to throw with all of his wide receivers. Lawrence Arnold had a catfish barb stuck in his foot. Some strange and unusual times. All that's a way of saying that it's taken some time for this offense, this quarterback, to find its rhythm and his rhythm with his receivers. And a new play caller. Daniels lofts one deep, looking for Grimm, contact, and a flag. Jacob Parrish against Luke Grimm. And a pass interference penalty coming.
Pass interference, defense, number 10. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The 10 versus 11 has been entertaining one way or another all night.
And there's been such a confidence level of quarterback to say, I'm going to put my receiver in a position where I think he's going to win. And if he doesn't win, something good is going to happen on our end. That was an obvious grab, an obvious and clear restriction. What I'm noticing is there's no fear that Jalen Daniels has of anyone in the defensive backfield. He trusts his receivers.
Casey motions out. A quick strike goes to Devin Neal. Into Kansas State territory. Across midfield. 7-yard gain on first down.
And Ralph, you feel this as well, but it feels to me like Kansas just running to set up the deep shot. Like they're doing a couple of these pitches wide, or maybe an inside zone, or maybe a speed option, but it feels as if they want to attack deep. So they're just running to get the linebackers' eyes in the backfield so they can throw it over their heads and the safeties.
Same, they've already rushed for 163 yards. Kansas State only gives up 83 per game on the ground this year. One of the top marks in America. Grimm on the reverse. Got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a half-yard more. 3rd and short.
Remember, we talked about it, 3rd and 6 or less, they're willing to run it. There was a 3rd and 7 in the first half where Kansas decided to run. And so they are not afraid to run the ball in third and short.
Jayhawks 7 of 8 on third down tonight. Roll the pocket out for Daniels and into the turf, incomplete. Went Skinner. Tried to come back for it. He couldn't do it. And decision time for Lance Leipold. Here comes the punt team.
That was a ball that I think could have been caught. It was definitely low, could have been caught. But going to this decision to punt, it's not a bad one. It's a good decision. This is a close game. You want to play the field position game at this point. Get K-State backed up, play good defense, and if you force them to punt, you'll get the ball back right around this same area.
Jacob Parrish back deep to receive this punt. Damon Greaves, well over his head. It bounces into the end zone from the 2. For a punt of 46, don't forget our Week 8 Monday Night Football matchup. Late Neighbors and the Giants head to the Steel City. There's Russell Wilson and the 5-2 Steelers. 8 Eastern on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Plus, ESPN Deportes, and once again, Peyton and Eli on ESPN2.
And Russell Wilson is back now.
Justin Fields wasn't playing bad ball.
He wasn't at all. Though he did admit he said he could have played better.
That was a moment of honesty.
A moment of humility.
Yes, it was. Speaks a lot to his mentality and his future, you have to think, with his skill set in the NFL. Give it to Gibbs, who spun around, and he lost a couple. Caleb Taylor, TFL, and a loss of 3.
So everyone talks, Roy, about the end of the first half and all those things at the beginning of the second half. But in my experience, the end of third quarters will always seem like when the momentum shifted the most, especially in a position like this. If you're Kansas, you have K-State backed up. If you're K-State, you just fumbled. You want something good to happen. So these times, really, I feel like are when momentum can shift. End of the third quarter going into the fourth.
KU defense has been stout. Did give up the long run to Gibbs of 54 yards. Just moments ago, he only has 70 yards overall. He'll get another touch. The jump cut was there, shifting his way across the 25. It'll be third down and short, a 10-yard pickup. Taylor Davis, the tackle. It's found away that time.
And all 10 of those yards were by DJ Giddens. Cornell Wheeler is one of the leaders of this team. Misses. Basically because DJ Giddens does what he always does. He does this kind of hop back, flip back move right in the hole. And Giddens gets a huge 10-yard gain and have it be 3rd and 3 rather than 3rd and 13.
Giddens remains on the field. It's his time to start to take this game over. Motion him out. The slant pattern was tipped and incomplete. Egan Johnson was trying to break free. Caleb Taylor stuck one of those big mitts up there. That ball was deflected and never had a chance.
Talked earlier, Roy, about that battle of field position. Right now, that's a huge stop by Kansas, which means you punting the ball, you'll get an opportunity to win that field position back.
Trevor Wilson back deep to receive this punt. McClellan off the side of his foot, and Karum's out of bounds. KU, the outstanding field position, will get the football back.
Oh, good.
Brendan Mott leads the Big 12 in sacks, and he was so kind to be mic'd up with us pregame.
Cats, baby. Cats. Hey, did you get that rash checked out? That rash you had on your belly? I know you talking about some rash that you got the other day. You need some wings for. Go get that checked out. Hey, when we make plays today, we gotta be celebrating. Yeah, we lit. Make that move. We might have to bring the boom. Bring the boom to the bill. Man, after all these trades, these motions, once we get lined up, it's you versus that guy, man. Take him to a deep place and drown his ass, man. Let's go. Let's go. Go, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And right as Mott talks to his defense, Luke Graham comes up. Absolute gold again with a deep ball. 42 yards on that pitch and catch.
Fred Mott said take him to a deep place. I think Luke Grimm was listening. He said, okay, you want the deep ball, I'll take it. This is the third or fourth deep opportunity that we've seen Kansas take. They haven't connected on all of them, but all those short runs are opening up the window for these passes down the field.
Come on, KU!
Kansas in the red zone. The toss to Neal. Cuts it back, Devin Neal. Inside the 10, Purnell the tackle. Gain of nearly 4. How about this KU Jayhawk football team? Trailing by 3 after the fast start and that opening possession touchdown. Kansas State scores 16 unanswered. You can feel momentum on the side of the Wildcats. Kansas trying to steal it right back. Re-grab the advantage right before the beginning of the fourth. Daniels takes off. The stutter step. Another move across the goal line.
Woo-hoo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yes! Yes! They did it! They did it! Yes! I knew it! I knew they did it, Soso! They did it, Harley!
It took 3 plays to go 54 yards. Luke Grimm says hello one more time. And the Jayhawks are back in front on the road in Manhattan.
Woohoo!
Jalen Daniels is a problem, and I'm still looking for the solution. He's doing it with his arms. He's doing it with his leg. He's not afraid of contact. He's running in the middle of the teeth of the defense, trusting himself and his offensive line to finish the job. Jalen Daniels in the air. Jalen Daniels on the ground. Jalen
We did it, Soso. We did it. We did it. We did it.
On this field.
They were struggling halfway through this season. Devin Neal set Jalen Daniels down and told him, buddy, you're watching too much film. You need to dial it back a little bit. The two have been together. They play together, it feels like forever in Lawrence. I think Daniels listened to some of that advice and also listened to the advice of Jeff Grimes, his new OC. They've refound that groove that existed in previous moments in his Kansas career. Can they finish the job on the road?
Got your sweater on? Yep, she is producing the other Jayhawk.
Only 30 seconds remaining in the third.
Of course, I will take it off. I will.
Kansas State football at the 25. As we take a look. Our game track brought to you by Outback Steakhouse.
Of course, I will take the sweater off of her.
Comparison of these two quarterbacks. They've lived up to the billing. That one turnover by Avery Johnson on the bubble moments ago, matching the INT toss by Daniels at the end of the half.
And it seems as if that this Kansas team is just not willing to go away. Kansas State is feel like they're in control, but you look at the scoreboard now and you're like, oh wow, Kansas is ahead. They're unwilling to go away. So what needs to happen now is, yes, continue to stick with Giddens, stick with Dylan Edwards. A play has to be made by your quarterback.
So those numbers almost identical between the two signal callers.
No.
Into Kansas territory. What a response by the Wildcats.
Oh, close.
Jerry Hill with a tackle, but a gain of 34.
Look how quickly that Keegan Johnson turned upfield. He caught the ball and immediately turned upfield. That's accuracy by the quarterback, putting it on his outside shoulder so that he can just get immediately up the field for a big-time game.
Sam, you can feel the rhythm of this game starting to find itself a little bit in the second half. Both teams producing big plays. Johnson will keep it again. Look out, Avery Johnson. Shoved out near the 30. And another first down.
The end of third quarter.
15 minutes to go in the Sunflower Showdown. That's the end of the third quarter. And these two teams separated by just 4 points. What a game in Manhattan. Come back with us.
short and sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed a Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
There's no such thing as bad weather. In the all-new Nissan Kicks with intelligent all-wheel drive.
Duluth Buck Naked Smooth Underwear. Duluth Buck Naked Smooth Underwear. Get smooth. Only at Duluth Trading.
There's only one play. Go for dose. Let's roll some tape. If you don't like the look of the defense, call an audible. Going for dose means trusting your gut to make the tough calls, because the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
What are you doing? We're living the Dolce Vita.
Is this your right?
Enjoy the intense flavor of Lavazza Dolce Vita.
Is this Las Vegas?
Confused.
At Domino's, we're all about cheesy. From our melty oven-baked pastas to our new 5-cheese mac and cheese. And for a limited time, Domino's Rewards members can try our new mac and cheese for half off points.
Refresh your senses with a wave of tropical lime flavor. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. In stores now.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles in the T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh? It's like he chasing an ice cream truck. Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Cuz holding up like a baby lion. Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day. Respect. Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Ah, family time. Of course, it's not the same if you can't enjoy your favorite foods. But getting your teeth fixed at a price you can afford? Don't really see that one on the table. Here's something to chew on. Aspen Dental has custom-made solutions with flexible finance options to make implants and dentures more affordable for you. With $0 down plus 0% interest if paid in full in 18 months. Helping people like Rose keep family traditions going. It's one more way. Aspen Dental is in your corner.
Stuck at the DMV, and I think I'm late on my car insurance.
Good thing the General gives you a break with flexible payment options.
Let's get you a break while you wait.
What is this place?
This is our DMVIP.
Vending machine charcuterie.
For a great low rate, go with the General.
This time is different.
Welcome back to Manhattan, Kansas with the 27-23 lead over K-State. Coach Kleinman joins me now. Coach, both teams showing more rhythm in that quarter. How can yours close it out in the fourth?
Yeah, we still got to make some plays on defense. Quarterback's doing a nice job against us. We turn the ball over. Can't have that happen, but we're going to have to find a way to get a stop against a really good offense. So that's the challenge right now.
Your ground game has been efficient, both Avery as well as your running backs. Do you want to see more of that to close it?
Yeah, absolutely. We got to stay balanced because they're blitzing us. We got to be able to throw the football, but it's a good start to the drive.
Thanks for the time.
You bet. Thanks.
Now, Coach, it's a good start, and perhaps an even better finish. Dylan Edwards racing on the swing pass for 19.
They're finding him in space often. This is a 2 running back set. We call it 20 personnel. 2 backs in the backfield. You don't know who's going to get the ball. Edwards is finding it outside and finding space down the sideline.
He's the next great K-State running back. You can feel it. You see it with the speed. Transfer from Colorado. You mentioned it, Sam, coming back home. Avery Johnson going to be flush. Throws it to the end zone. It's got a man, but it's incomplete. NCO was open, and Johnson unable to deliver the football to him. Sailed about a foot over his outstretched hand.
Bad eyes by cornerback Melo Dawson. He's looking at the quarterback. He doesn't see Ancio get behind him. The reason that happens is that you know that Avery Johnson is a running quarterback. And so as soon as he scrambles out of the pocket, you start to feel like you have to go forward, but you have to ignore that feeling and stay in coverage.
Empty backfield as Dylan Edwards splits out into the slot. DJ Giddens also remains on the field as a wide receiver. Giddens went in motion. He'll get the handoff on the jet sweep. Down inside the 10. It'll be third down and long. Wildcats can pick up a first down inside the 2. In a 4-point game, let's see the third down yields. We said wild swings of momentum in this game between two rivals. Kansas trying to end 15 years of frustration. Chris Kleiman's never lost to the Jayhawks. Doesn't want to tonight. Third and 8. Here's Johnson in zone, incomplete. Will Ancio falling backwards, unable to haul it in. You know, that's one he would love to get back. Quinn Skinner had a drop in the first half for the Jayhawks.
And more than a drop, it seemed like Ancio just tripped. Now, this ball, you might say, was going through his hands, but he's falling over his feet. So Ancio loses his feet. The ball could have been placed better, I'm sure, but that was just a trick by tight end Will Ancio.
Chris Tennant on the field, just inside the right hash from 28 yards. 10 of 12 on the season. And Tennant hammers it through. 1-point game in Manhattan. 27-26.
Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
Meet Traveling Trio, the thrill seeker, the soul searcher, and ahoy! It's the explorer, each helping to protect their money with Chase. Whoa, a lost card isn't keeping this seeker down. Lost her card? Not the vibe. The soul searcher is finding his identity and helping to protect it. Oh yeah, the explorer. She's looking to dive deeper, all while Chase looks out for her. Because these friends have Chase. Alerts that help check, tools that help protect, one bank that puts you in control. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
And a pinch higher. That's just uneven. To the right and up.
Right and up.
Oh, that's good.
This is good then.
Wait, no.
My shoulder's acting up. My shoulder's acting up again.
Stops.
I got you. If only there were backups in real life. But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
Honestly, you should have put him in earlier.
Rangers Capitals, King Sharks, Tuesday on.
The magic of the holidays is here, and Cox Mobile can help you find the perfect gifts for everyone on your list. Stop by your local Cox store or visit Cox.com. Bring home the best deals on the hottest new devices from all the top brands. And cozy up with our great plans running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability. From warm family gatherings to magical gifts unwrapped, Cox Mobile keeps you connected with the ones you love this holiday. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile.
How do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date with a COVID shot this season?
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Ask your healthcare provider and book at VaxAssist.com.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guapped.
It's a whole new kind of brisket, done the Chipotle way.
27-26 back in Aggieville. Kansas State fans understand it. Can't wait to get there after this game, provided their team continues the winning streak. They've got work to do with 13:23 to go in this Sunflower Showdown. What a great environment it has been at Bill Snyder Family Stadium tonight. And you think about this rivalry, it goes across multiple sports in all walks of life. Even in early February, how about the shocking upset? Jerome Tang's K-State Wildcats get it done against top 5 KU. And Taylor, there was a little bit of chatter after that contest, was there not?
All good rivalries have the chatter, Roy. Yeah, Kobe Bryant putting out a tweet back in February saying, don't worry, guys, we'll get him in football. Avery Johnson quote tweeted with the laughing, crying emojis. Just good old fun. Asked Kobe Bryant how he describes this rivalry. He said, oh, this one's personal.
It has felt that way tonight inside this stadium. Devin Neal, crafty looking running play on the right side, a gain of 4. Jay Payne, the tackle, and Colby McAllister.
Felt that way when she said it was personal. I felt that when she said that.
Had a little emphasis behind it.
Yeah.
I'm just quoting it appropriately, guys. I got to do Kobe Bryant justice.
The Mamba mentality in the defensive backfield for the Jayhawks. But now with the football, here's Daniels. Buys some time and around Mott. Keeps it out of bounds. And Brendan Mott, one of the few times today we've seen pressure from the Big 12 sack leader.
Yeah, he's been held in check for the majority of this game. But then second part of that is just Jalen Daniels having great awareness. Brendan Mott feels like he can get him. Just grab a shoestring. Jalen Daniels keeps his shoes tied or maybe tucks them in and finds a way to avoid the sack. That's what elite level football players do. But let's not forget, this is third down. Money down. Who is going to win?
Yeah, you know when I know that.
Daniels all night to survey. Finally unloads down the field and incomplete. And it was swatted away. Lawrence Arnold had no shot with Keenan Garber right in his grill.
Keenan Garber is from Lawrence, Kansas. Got his degree in social science. And he said, hey, get out of my social space. I'm blocking you. Like Twitter or X. And I'm getting rid of that pass. Great play by Keenan Garber.
Wildcats get the stop they needed on defense. Damian Greaves sends it to Dylan Edwards in the fair catch after a punt of 43. Now coming up Tuesday, it's NHL on ESPN. We'll have a doubleheader, Rangers and Caps, 7:30 Eastern. Then it's out to Cali, the in-state matchup with the Kings and the Sharks. Coverage starts with a point at 6 Eastern on ESPN2. So here comes Avery Johnson. Down 1. Plenty of time left. He's accounted for more than 300 yards of total offense tonight. His only misstep, the fumble, deep in Kansas territory. Back in the third. Play action for Johnson. Jaden Jackson has it. Driven down short of the 31. He'll mark him at the 31. In fact, Mello Dotson the tackle. So Dotson on the field. He was banged up earlier. Standout quarterback tandem for the Jayhawks with Kobe Bryant and Mello Dotson. Nothing mellow about his play. I believe it's Kobe at times that perhaps has the majority of the talking. DJ Giddens struck down from behind. At the line, it'll be third down. So suddenly we're seeing both defenses make plays. Woodkey with a tackle. Number 95 in white. was ready and waiting.
And now we're in third and long, 3rd and 7. So much of this third down game has been to the tight ends, but I don't see any tight ends on the field right now. 1 running back, 4 receivers. So Avery Johnson's going to have to throw it or use his legs.
Quite comfortable in both categories so far this evening. Number 11 to play. On 3rd down, Johnson, the crossing pattern. It's there, but well short of the line to gain. 4th and 3. The tackle after a gain of 4 by Wheeler. You tell me back-to-back 3 and outs, 1 for each side. These last 2 possessions to start the 4th. And suddenly a game of field position has erupted in Manhattan. Keegan Johnson again, slow to get off the turf. Well, he's gritted one out tonight, hasn't he?
Yes, he's extremely tough, and he's
Ah, number 10
his
down.
body
Ha,
a
ha, ha,
lot
ha.
for his team.
His nose bloody in that 3rd quarter. It was Wheeler that came in.
Even October. Ha ha ha.
9 targets tonight for Keegan Johnson.
Keegan Johnson Jr.
Fourth down
Ha ha
for Kansas State.
ha ha ha.
Sunflower Showdown. Kansas State starting to bog down offensively. You go back to the Avery Johnson fumble. Then upon a field goal and another punt here, there are 4 possessions in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Trevor Wilson. Time on the field. We step aside. The lead is 1 for the Jayhawks on the road.
When you want bedtime to be a good time,
That's your heart.
it matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza? There you go.
Thank you.
When you need it most.
Yeah, move the meeting. Hey, Mike, what's good, man?
How do we show up as our whole self when life has so many parts to switch between?
Whoa, Uncle Hamilton.
With tech that helps us put everything we are into everything we do.
You made that look easy.
Recode your future with the tech-forward and tech-ready Lexus NX.
While you were away, there were some developments. Lots and lots of developments. Fortunately, you live in a world where DoorDash can come to your rescue. Your door to a peaceful home. Your door to more. DoorDash.
Mopping is hard work. Then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head things up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. Bye-bye, bucket. With the Swiffer Power Mop.
Feeling from a backed up gut? Miralax works naturally with the water in your body to help you go. Free your gut and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try Mira Fiber Gummies.
6 layers?
More?
15 layers? More! A zillion layers? Infinity layers! More! Wait, no, more flaky layers!
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest? I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach!
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Geico. Get more with Geico.
Aggieville, downtown Manhattan, the Little Apple. A 1-point game, the intensity of the Sunflower Showdown on display tonight as we take a look at this week's college football rankings. Brought to you by Capital One. No upsets so far, and Texas A&M up 12 against LSU down at Kyle Field. Let's see if there's perhaps more chaos coming later tonight out in Boulder over on ESPN. Colorado and Cincinnati getting together. The rough and rugged Big 12. Kansas with the football and a 1-point advantage, approaching 10 minutes to play. Neal, the running back, approaching KU record books. He's the all-time leading rusher in school history. Van Wye, the tackle, as Neal is stopped near the 20. Samacho, Roy Philpott, Taylor Davis. Taylor, what are you hearing down on the sidelines for Kansas State on defense?
Well, no surprise, a lot of conversation before this drive about containing Jalen Daniels. Keep in mind, this defense faced rushing quarterbacks the past 2 weeks in Shedeur Sanders and Garrett Green, and the coaches told us Jalen's kind of a combination of the two. Coaches saying, discipline rush lanes, get 6 to the ground.
Out of the flats, pass is caught by Neal. Racing ahead for a first down. Unusual formation and a gain of 8. BJ Payne, the tackle.
It is unusual, but not for Kansas. Kansas loves to get in these funky formations. They'll have 3 linemen on the inside and 2 linemen wide, and they'll evaluate the defense and make a decision based off of what they see. Kansas State has been prepared for it, but it's hard to stop because you have a big guy trying to block a little bit.
James Boone approaching 9 to play. Daniels looks one way, fires it back the other, and across the middle, it's Trevor Wilson. Gain of 6. We talked about how methodical KU can be on offense, taking their time. And again, this drive begins in a similar way. We've seen other possessions by Kansas in the second half.
And this is where they actually would want to be more methodical. There's about a little less than 9 minutes left on the clock, and this offense is a big play explosive offense, but they don't have to be. At this point, with the 1-point lead, ball in your hands, take your time and still slowly drop down the field.
3-man front shown by the Wildcats. And that pistol, look, here's a flea flicker. Daniels wants to go deep. Now we'll take off with a crease and a move, and a penalty marker flies in. Daniels brought down at the line to gain on 2nd and 4. Let's check the infraction.
Holding. Offense number 52. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Logan Brown, the Wisconsin transfer, and the starter at right tackle.
And you're saying, why would
Number
you hold in that
52,
position?
L. Brown.
The ball's supposed to be thrown down the field. Well, great job on the back end having everything locked down. And so Jalen Daniels made the smart decision of saying, I'm not going to try and force an interception. I'm just going to run the ball. Well, Logan Brown is not realizing that he's going to run the ball. And so you see that slight hold. I don't think it was too extra, but that slight hold caused a penalty.
Instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 2nd and 14. Daniels, quarterback draw. We tripped up over the turf for a moment. Got that close to the original line of scrimmage. The win for the Kansas State defense somehow, some way. 3rd and long.
A temporary win, Roy, but this play right here is everything. There's 7 minutes left in the game. 3rd and long. You get a stop, you gain field position. If you don't, the clock keeps on ticking and ticking and ticking.
Here comes the pass rush. Backside pressure. Daniels falls down. He got rid of the football. He was clearly still inside the pocket. Desmond Purnell just broke through. And now a conversation with his veteran Big 12 crew.
Not only was he inside the pocket, but that ball did not cross the line of scrimmage. And as we see, a flag is going to come out for intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 6. Lost it down at the spot of the foul. 4th down.
Sam, it hasn't happened a ton tonight because Jalen Daniels is so elusive. We mentioned Brendan Mott's name a little bit more. Purnell, we just talked about a little bit more. Kansas State starting to find different and unique ways to create pressure and wreak havoc.
And to get the ball back in their hands as the clock continues to tick. There's 7 minutes left. You're down by 1. Ball may be happening at midfield.
Damon Breeze. On the side of the foot and out of bounds. Dylan Edwards can only watch. Kansas State gets it back near midfield after a punt of just 34 yards. How much fun is this? The Sunflower Showdown down to the wire.
We cross this city. We cross this city with the coffee. We cross this city. We cross this city with the coffee. Keep it Quilted with Quilted Northern.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
What are you doing?
Living the Dolce Vita.
Of course you are. What's he doing?
Same.
And what's that doing?
Coffee.
Oh, that sounds good.
Enjoy the intense flavor of Lavazza Dolce Vita, also available in K-Cup pods.
Watch your back. Let's see.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, they even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know. Years after I'm gone, this guy won't be standing the test of... He's melting. Oh, jeez. No. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If your family's anything like mine, every day brings in dirt and messes. Sit back, relax, and leave the deep cleaning to the pros.
I wasn't born yesterday. That's why my car wears Coopers.
Because I'm hauling precious cargo. Because my daughter's a storm chaser. So yeah, my car wears Coopers. Coopers.
Coopers.
Celtics, Pacers, Spurs, Thunder, Wednesday on ESPN.
It's a 1-point game back in Manhattan. Lance Leipold, Chris Kleiman. Mutual respect for two coaches that never skipped a step to get to this point. In this Kansas State student section supporting their head coach, Chris Kleiman. Avery for president. It's out there short of Election Day. Great atmosphere tonight on display for the home team playing on homecoming for the first time in 28 days. As Johnson's brought down by Cornell Wheeler. It was a hot topic here in the state of Kansas this week, the respect between Kleiman and Leipold. You think back to the days at North Dakota State with Chris Kleiman, arriving here in Manhattan, winning national championships there. Lance Leipold doing the same thing at lower levels of college football. Then at Buffalo in the MAC, and now at KU. Pass will be caught in Kansas territory at the 39 by Cephas. So a 9-yard pickup and a first down. Respect goes out the window with the game in this rivalry on the line tonight, and Kansas State with the advantage now in KU territory.
But respect can come back in the window because the way that both of these coaches came up the ranks, they're doing it the right way. It's not like you're begging for jobs or you're somebody's son. Or it's like, no, You start Wisconsin Whitewater for Lance Leipold. North Dakota State for Kleiman. And they're just climbing the ladder.
Jake Higgins on first down at the 37. Those stops at Wisconsin Whitewater and North Dakota State yielded championships. How about 6 for Coach Leipold? And then up in Fargo, Chris Kleiman, 4 FCS national titles. We bring those kinds of resumes to these schools and their developmental programs. It has yielded incredible results.
And I love that they're not just developing athletes, they're developing these men as humans. It's so impressive to see.
It's Kansas State that has won 15 in a row. In this rivalry, Johnson's going to be sacked. What a play by Marvin Grant. Way back in Kansas State territory. And a loss of 13 on that play.
We talk oftentimes as a pass rusher about staying on the upfield shoulder of the quarterback. Marvin Grant does that to a perfect degree. Attacks the runner, then stays on the upfield shoulder to not allow the quarterback to retreat out of the pocket. Perfect technique by Grant.
He was limited this week in practice. He's not been limited on the field tonight. 3rd and 20. Giddens, the inside handoff. Will be stopped at the 43 by Brown. And Chris Kleiman clearly wanting to play the field position game, trailing by just 1. Full complement of timeouts and the 2-minute timeout remaining. Unless he decides he wants to go for it here.
Yeah, I thought he wanted to play the field position game too, but that run was not for field position. That run was to get in a better position to go for it on 4th down. Avery Johnson, I don't expect pressure on this play. Expect them to keep him in contained.
4th and 12. Kansas State going to roll the dice. Johnson, incomplete, and broken up by Mello Dotson. Cephas, the intended receiver. Dotson said night tonight and just swatted that one away.
When we talked to their coaches from Kansas about Mello Dotson, they said, he's the most mellow guy I've been around. He's cool. But more than cool, this man is on fire. Big play after big play after big play for Mello Dotson. 4 picks last year, tied for the team lead. 3 pick sixes on his career. That's a big play by Mello Dotson.
He was grabbing the back of the jersey on that pattern right before the ball arrived. Filed that one away. KU gets it back in premium field position. Under 4 minutes to go. Here's Devin Neal, plants his foot in the turf and cuts it ahead for a gain of 2. The tug of the jersey in a rivalry game.
First charge timeout. Kansas State.
Sent out on the turf, and a timeout's called by the Wildcats. And for Chris Kleiman, needs his defense to stand tall once again. Now, coming up next week, our featured 3:30 Eastern game. ABC, the place to be for Florida, and second-ranked Georgia in Jacksonville. And then also number 10, Iowa State, undefeated. The Cyclones are hosting Texas Tech in Ames on ESPN. Iowa State with a bye week, but along with BYU, still undefeated. K-State right behind both programs. Armageddon coming up later. The end of the season, the final week of the regular season. Pretty big obstacle in the path of the Wildcats right now in the form of Kansas and a 1-point lead with possession. If you're Lance Leipold, what do you want to see happen here with your quarterback?
Well, it's not about my quarterback. It's about my offensive line and my running back. I want to hand the ball off. And, of course, you want to get a first down. But more than anything, you want to force K-State to use their timeouts. So feel free to hand the ball off, or I have no issues keeping the ball in Jalen Daniels' hands.
Movement at left tackle. Cable do. Jump the line.
False start. Offense number 77. Penalty remains second down.
Nice Cable do. The senior. They'll make it 2nd and 13.
Still no issues handing off. Of course, this makes it harder to get a first down. That's not a good penalty. Very few are good penalties. But you still have the same situation. Force K-State to get rid of their timeouts. I still would run the ball in this situation.
With the backfield emptied, you wonder, is this quarterback draw time for Daniels? He wants to throw it. Now will take off. With a path and a tumble, and the ball comes out. Kansas State jumps on top of it. Brandon Mott.
When you turn on the tape of Brandon Mott, you see high effort, high energy, and no wasted movement. Good things happen when you run to the ball. Brandon Mott is getting to the football. That's effort. That's energy. That's no wasted movement. And that's a forced fumble by Austin Romaine.
The helmet went right on the pigskin. The ball came out. Brandon Mott enters the chat with his first big play of the night. Kansas State gets it back, trailing by just one. Will the misery continue for Kansas? DJ Giddens lost the 45. Still on his feet. He'll push the pile. But the legs kept churning. 7-yard gain on first down, and now the Wildcats in no hurry whatsoever.
And remember, Roy, this is not we need a touchdown scenario or situation. This is a get about 10, 15 yards into field goal range. So that's what Kansas is defending.
This Tennant has been nearly automatic this season. 10 of 12 in the field goal department. Here comes the pressure. Johnson had to unload it well before he wanted to. Keegan Johnson, the intended receiver, and J.B. Brown collapsing that pocket. KU has dialed up the pressure at the right moments in the second half.
They have, but now we're in 3rd and 3, and you're wondering, okay, what would you do in this situation? I have no issues running the ball in this situation. Why? Because the run game has been effective. Now it looks like they're going to go to empty, but the run game has still been effective. So I have no issues. They decided to motion to run it back in and run it.
221 rushing yards tonight. We'll fake it to Edwards. Johnson straight ahead. The spin of the burst. Brought down to the 35. Gain of 6 on 3rd and 3.
Brilliant play design by K-State. The reason why is this. They've ran that motion 3 or 4 times. They've given it every single time. But this time on a critical 3rd down, Avery Johnson decides to keep it on the read. So great play design. Defense's eyes looking one way. You go the other.
It's been a Saturday of close calls around the country. Ohio State comes to mind. Another test, another ranked teams. Kansas State has endured a very stiff midterm exam tonight against its arch rival. After a short pickup, that should get us to the 2-minute timeout. Nothing has been easy tonight for Chris Kleiman's Wildcats. But in position once again to extend the streak to 16. 2 minutes to go here in Manhattan.
I think we missed a step.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, everyone. Well, this is now the weekend show. This has been the weekend show for tonight. So I'm hopefully you guys are enjoying episode 99 of the weekend show. I was gonna do the episode tonight, but I decided to do it live tonight to bring you all the game, the KU game and everything. So we've been live here for the past 3 hours, and I mean, so yeah, this is actually the weekend show, and I hope you guys are enjoying. We only have 2 minutes left in the game, and KU is winning, so hopefully that continues on. Hopefully KU can win. Oh, we sure are hoping that KU can win it tonight.
Fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Hello Windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. Because it's the things you make that show what you're made of. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Today on Naviera Island,
You are a special person, and you deserve to be treated like one by your wireless carrier.
Metro agrees. All new and existing customers are treated the same.
But this has been a very good game, and it's been a very cool game, and it's just been amazing lately. But now,
There's Sky Rizzy.
I mean, it's been a wonderful night, and so glad that all of you have got to be here tonight, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this.
Or lower ability to fight may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization.
I mean, this had been the best.
Ask your gastroenterologist how to take control of the problems you see with Sky Rizzy. Happy can help you save.
All right, here we go.
Back in Manhattan, Sam Acho, Roy Philpott, Taylor Davis. The lead is 1 for KU. He's not beaten Kansas State since way back in 2008. 15 consecutive setbacks in nearly 6,000 days. But Kansas State has the football in Kansas territory. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Avery Johnson will keep it. Avery Johnson ushered out hard. There was some late contact. Mello Dotson, J.B. Brown. No gain on the play. 1:55 to go, and it's 3rd down.
And he went out of bounds. So, yes, it's 3rd down, but bigger point is he went out of bounds. Avery Johnson going out of bounds means that Kansas does not have to use one of their timeouts. I think there was a fair hit and a clean hit. But going out of bounds, if K-State doesn't get a 1st down, gives Kansas extra timeouts if they were to get the ball back.
Brown shoved him, and there was a question of how far out of bounds was he in that moment. 3rd down and 8. Chris Tennant. As long this season, 48 yards. Johnson got rid of it. And the question is, was that hand coming forward? They will rule the pass incomplete. Marvin Grant, boy, he has lived in that backfield, playing from that safety spot in KU's defense, and Johnson helped up.
Perfectly timed blitz and brilliant call by the DC, but DJ Withers had a chance to intercept this ball. I get it, you're a defensive tackle, you're not known for the hands, but that could have ended the game.
Here is Chris Tennant, a Kansas native. His career long is 51. This attempt from 51 yards and for the lead. Tennant on the way. Chris Tennant connects from distance. Kansas State back in front.
Oh.
Little kicker swagger after an attempt at a connection like that, Sam Acho.
Well, Chris Tennant is a finance major, so he's letting the math do the talking. I don't care how many yards it is. 51 yards, tying his career high. He's 6'5", so he's got length, got a leg. But that's a beautiful kick by Chris Tennant from Shawnee, Kansas.
Slide ball of disbelief, but still with plenty of time to go. In this rivalry, that is how it has gone since 2008. 15 years of frustration. For For Avery Johnson, he has no intentions of going quietly tonight. He found a way to get it done. It was close on that third down play with the pressure. Lieutenant from downtown got the job done. KU, 2 timeouts remaining. All of the fourth quarter struggles this year. The 4 losses in games in which they led late in the fourth. Going to be number 5 tonight. The ensuing kickoff sails 4 yards deep in the end zone. It's been Heartbreak Hotel beginning in early September against Illinois, a 17-13 lead in the fourth. Before UNLV, it was a 3-point setback after another 4-point lead in the fourth quarter was squandered. The loss at West Virginia, TCU, it's a 3-point advantage in the second half, and finally at Arizona State. All of these losses stack up one on top of the other. Desperately trying to change that momentum here tonight against the arch rival on the road. Jalen Daniels with pressure off the back foot and out of bounds. Austin Moore didn't give him much time to get rid of the football, did he?
Oh, we did. And what K-State loves to do when it's pressure time, they love to bring pressure. Austin Moore comes through clean, comes through free. Expect 2 things as this series continues: more pressure and expect targeting. Luke Brim, number 11. Those are the 2 things I expect these next 2 plays.
It was Grimm that went in motion. Daniels has to get to the edge here, and he does. Harum's out of bounds, crossing the 30. 6-yard gain when it felt like that play had no chance of succeeding. But now it's 3rd down. And Acho, it's getting awfully loud in the Little Apple.
Boy, this is a picture of the entire season for Kansas. Game after game, down by 1 score in the fourth quarter. Do you have the wits to finish?
Daniels again on the comeback, and it is corralled. The reception is there at the 44. A gain of 13 on 3rd and 4 for Lawrence Arnold.
Great awareness by the quarterback. He's staring down Arnold, but he knows he can fit that ball in that tight window. Man-to-man coverage, great possession and ball control by Arnold. Now Kansas, remember, all they need is a field goal as well.
Remember, Tabor Allen has missed 2 extra points this season, 1 earlier tonight. Otherwise, a solid 6 of 7 with his field goal attempts. It'll be 2nd and 10. BJ Payne able to sneak into the Kansas backfield. You certainly feel the weight. 15 losses, a rivalry game on the road. Lance Leipold's never defeated Chris Kleiman. And this state on the edge of its seat. Pressure, Daniels escapes for a moment, gets rid of it. Jared Casey has it. And Casey across the 45, a gain of just 3.
Second charge timeout. Kansas. 30 seconds.
Jayhawks hanging on by a thread.
And so was Jalen Daniels. They were holding on to his jersey by a thread and found a way not only to escape the sack, but get it to Jared Casey, his trusted tight end / fullback / Mr. Do-It-All. Jared Casey was able to get out of bounds, but he got his team into a 3rd and manageable. So right now you have 1 timeout left. You're at 3rd and 8. You know you need a first down. If you get a first down, the clock stops. You can reset. You'll have a second play ready. You'll be able to have that clock stop until the game's reset. But right now, all that matters is getting these 8 yards, and my focus still is on number 11, Luke Grimm.
Jalen Daniels can barely get the call out. It's so loud. By a little bit of time down the turf and incomplete. Jared Casey unable to get his 2 arms and hands underneath it. It's 4th down.
So that rush on the top by Tobi Osunsami was force the pressure and force the quick release.
And it all comes down to this. Jayhawks need 7. Here comes the pressure. Daniels running away from it. Racing to the edge, and he lost the football out of bounds. Kansas State gets the football back. VJ Payne tracked him down. And 15 years of frustration will continue for the Jayhawks.
Just when you thought that Jalen Daniels was going to do it with his legs, VJ Payne shows the extra effort, shows the strain, shows the energy, shows all those off-season workouts. It makes a huge play for his team.
Final charge timeout. The season of heartbreak continues for KU. And once again at the expense of its nemesis in the Sunflower Showdown. Game clock on. I refuse to score the game clock to 48 seconds. That's his last timeout. That's your last timeout. Kansas now out of timeouts, and this capacity crowd feeling every bit of what just transpired. I'm with you. I thought Daniels got to the edge and he was going to reach the line to gain. Payne said, not tonight.
I don't know, Roy, if I've seen a play like that happen in that fashion. Quarterback usually escapes, the quarterback goes and runs, and VJ Payne doesn't allow it to happen.
Kansas State and its march towards the top of the Big 12. That run continues. Still in line to win the Big 12 championship. Just one loss on the season, now improving to 7-1 and 4-1 in the conference. What a game in Manhattan, and 2 coaches that have nothing but respect between each other. Shake hands one last time. 29-27, the Sunflower Showdown. Nacho and
Make a great volunteer fire captain. Wow.
No. One of many would make a great fire captain. Come, Mr. McTurtle, bring the supplies. Come on, hurry, get ready. Mr. McTurtle, make some pitch faster. Yeah, Rosie. I'll pour this cement along here and wait for
Well, guys, we lost it, we tried our hardest, but, K-State decided to win outright, and that is a bummer. So, it sucked, but, that's okay, outright. Before I go, I did want to show you all something, very, very good, like, really awesome. I didn't want to show you all this. I wanted to show you all this, tonight. Got a couple. There are a couple football pictures on this board right here, Atlee. Like right here, we got a football player, which is number 8 right there. We got a couple more. We got a couple more football players right here. In this picture, we got one at number 9. We do have number 84, B. Johnson. B. Johnson out laying there. He at number he was number 84 back then. Of course, got number 89, 35, and I think that 27, I believe. 59 and 98, I believe. There it is. That's the football stadium there in Lawrence, Kansas. We got volleyball as well, and then of course a basketball player, number 4 outlay, and then also that right there outlay. So that pretty much I have right here outlay on the ginormous billboard outlay, of course. So everything. Anyway, this hit the weekend show. I did went ahead and change the title outlay of the light green. So tomorrow episode 100 is going to be tomorrow. So it has been episode 99 of the weekend show. Thank you all so much for watching the KU game with me, Atlee. Of course, I am sad. Of course, I feel sad that we lost tonight, and it's a bummer, but I mean, it's okay, Atlee. Of course, it had been, it really isn't my fault, but again, life really moved on, here at the hour, but, again, I do thank you all for watching the KU game with me here. Thank you all so much for being, here this evening, Atlee, and, hopefully KU will win in the next football game that they are going to be playing. So I have to go now, so I'll see you all later. For now, Hutchinson, Kansas Road Fan Productions here on YouTube. Sign up for now. For now. Bye, y'all.